kill.
By Simon to Furbringer, quick set middle, and Wardlow wallops it to the back row.
This is Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. Presented by Steinhoffels. Live from Milwaukee at Fiserv Forum for the AVCA First Serve. It's the 6th-ranked Badgers versus the 3rd-ranked Kentucky Wildcats.
The first serve, reminiscent of the last serve of 2025. A rematch from last year's Final Four helps get the 2026 Wisconsin Badgers volleyball season started in downtown Milwaukee in front of a raucous pro-Badgers crowd at Fiserv Forum. Good evening, everybody. Happy volleyball season. My name is Jesse Nelson in the Everlight Solar Studio at ESPN Madison, and this is the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network on 100.5 ESPN Madison, our network flagship, 620 WTMJ in Milwaukee, and live streaming on the ESPN Wisconsin app and live video streaming Announcer Cam. Hey, everybody, on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Ready for the 2026 season. The Wisconsin Badgers welcoming in a lot of brand new players and a daunting schedule featuring matchups with every other team ranked in the top 10 of the AVCA preseason poll. Wisconsin checks in at number 6, and they get it started tonight with 3rd-ranked Kentucky, the team that finished as the national runners-up a season ago, falling to Texas A&M in the national championship. This is the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. My name is Jesse Nelson, and we welcome in the men now calling the match. You'll hear them all season long here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network alongside the Wisconsin Badgers Hall of Fame coach Pete Waite. It's the voice of Wisconsin Volleyball, John Audius, live from Fiserv Forum. Guys, good evening, and let's get ready to start 2026.
Exciting times, Jesse. How's it going?
We're doing great back here in the studio. Excited for another season. A lot of change coming into 2026, both for the Wisconsin Badgers and for the sport as a whole. And let's talk first about this showcase, because we just saw 2 top 10 teams go at it in the first match of the 2 taking place at Fiserv Forum today between Louisville and the defending national champion, Texas A&M Aggies. A&M falls to Louisville in 4 sets. That's just a little bit of a sample of what's to come throughout this weekend at Fiserv Forum. An absolutely loaded field for this AVCA First Serve.
It is. It's elite teams, top 10 teams. Just saw 2 of them, with, like you just said, with Louisville winning. And then tomorrow you've got a team just outside the top 10 taking on number 2 Texas. That's number 12 Arizona State, with a couple of former Badgers on that team. Number 4 Pittsburgh's in town as well. Marquette's going to play a match here. SMU, who's just outside the top 10 at number 11, they'll play a match. It is the elite teams in college volleyball getting this season underway.
3 of the 4 teams that competed in the Final Four last year playing today to help start the 2026 college volleyball season. Pete, as you've seen this sport grow from the time that you were a head coach at Wisconsin to where it is now, what does this event this weekend mean for the sport?
Oh, it's crazy, just the number of teams at the high level they're playing right now, the talented athletes, their crowds are bringing in to be at Fiserv Forum. This is all pretty amazing. And while this is 8 great teams, it's not a tournament, they're not all playing each other, but we're still seeing the beginning of what will be superior teams by the end of the season, but they're butting heads really early here.
So let's talk about some of the newcomers, because we know Charlie Furbringer, we know Grace Egan from a season ago. There aren't many other returners that are going to be seeing a lot of time on the floor this year. There are a lot of new faces, a lot of new names. You called a lot of them last week, John, in the exhibition match at the Fieldhouse. Who should we keep our eyes on tonight, and who are we going to get accustomed to hearing the names of quite a bit this year for the Wisconsin volleyball team?
I've got my eye on 2 players. Number 1, Audrey Flanagan, who had an exceptional, just standout match against pro players in the Badgers exhibition game against Badgers alumni, and then had a huge 4th set against Butler with 9 kills in that 4th set to beat the Bulldogs in extra points. So I'm keeping an eye on the freshman Audrey Flanagan, who will be out on the court on the left side. And then, Pete, I'm really excited for Jayla August. I think the connection between Charlie and August, who's a middle blocker, transferred in from Florida, we saw what Carter Booth did down the stretch, how she just went on this amazing run, and Charlie was getting her the ball. I think Jayla Auguste, although not the height of Carter Booth, man, she's really, really athletic, and I think she can be a big weapon.
Yeah, and you mentioned Charlie. Charlie's the one who makes all the rest look better.
Yep.
No matter how long they've been playing, she could have just met him on the street, and Charlie would bring him in and give him great sets, and they'd look phenomenal. So Jalen's going to be fantastic. Just a great athlete. Wardlow's another one I'm curious to see. She came in as a serving sub and did some great things last year. She's playing front row now so another interesting one to watch.
Going to be fun to get to learn some of the new names and see how it all gels together here starting this weekend against some stellar competition. Kentucky tonight, they're third ranked in the country, 7th ranked Louisville, who just beat the defending national champs. Tomorrow afternoon, that's a 3 o'clock start tomorrow afternoon. Pete, as a head coach, if you're Kelly Sheffield, how are you navigating this quick turnaround, 8 o'clock tonight and then 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon?
Well, he's got a deep bench, but I don't think he's going to go to it and just switch people in and out that way. And, they're good athletes. They're young. They're going to be fine doing it. And really, in past, now it's been decades, it was always back-to-back nights, even in the Big Ten. You were always playing back-to-back. And now they've gone to more day off in between. But this is such a great crowd. They're going to have so much adrenaline. There's going to be no problem for the players being ready for tomorrow.
A lot of red there at Fiserv Forum. We're going to have a good crowd tonight.
I hope so, yeah. I mean, I think they're all getting their refreshments before the match begins, but there is a ton of red, both outside when I first walked in earlier this afternoon and then inside. That's the main color here tonight.
Pep rally going on outside and the Deer District, and they got about 25 minutes to get to their seats to enjoy a great match tonight, the second of 2 in the AVCA First Serve at Fiserv Forum tonight. Guys, have a great call. Looking forward to hearing you all season long, including the opener tonight.
Thanks, Jesse.
Thanks, Jess.
John Audius and Hall of Famer Pete Waite standing by at Fiserv Forum, set to bring it to you tonight. 6th-ranked Wisconsin and 3rd-ranked Kentucky to open up the 2026 college volleyball season at Fiserv Forum at the Jeep AVCA First Serve at Fiserv Forum in downtown Milwaukee. Lots to be excited about for the Wisconsin volleyball season. One of the returning superstars from last year was Grace Egan. She transferred in from Ohio State last season, was fantastic for the Badgers in 2025. One of the exemplary leaders, along with Charlie Furbringer, as head coach Kelly Sheffield described them here heading into the 2026 season. We'll hear a little bit about what Grace had to say earlier this week at the AVCA First Serve media press conference, and we'll do that coming up next on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
When Wisconsin families think home, they think Steinhoffels. Since 1934, Steinhoffels has helped generations create spaces where life happens. From family gatherings and game day celebrations to a better night's sleep. As a 4th-generation family-run, 100% employee-owned company, Steinhoffels is proud to serve you and your neighbors with quality furniture, mattresses, home decor, and expert design services. Steinhoffels, born and bred in Wisconsin, just like the Badgers, and a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
In volleyball, a great performance starts with being ready for anything. The same goes for your vehicle. At Conant Automotive in Stoughton, ASE certified technicians service all makes and models, from routine maintenance to brakes, diagnostics, engine repairs, and more. Plus, qualifying repairs are backed by a 36-month, 36,000-mile warranty. So, when your vehicle needs a little help getting back in the game, trust the team that's ready to serve. Conant Automotive in Stoughton. Visit ConantAuto.com.
At Hooper Service, your comfort is important. From keeping you cozy warm to comfy cool with the ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System. Plus, join our Home Comfort Priority Plan and keep your air conditioner and furnace running at peak performance year after year. Enjoy priority service and extra savings that really add up. Hooper is here with 24-hour heating, cooling, plumbing, and fire protection service for your home and business. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Hooper.
It takes a team to meet just about any goal, and that's as true on the football field as it is in the office. So it's good to know that you have the Gordon Flesch Company on your side. For more than 60 years, GFC has provided cutting-edge office technology for companies of all sizes, and as the nation's largest Canon dealer, GFC delivers the latest office technology, service, and is supported by the most experienced professionals in the industry. That's business technology managed. Visit gflesch.com to learn more.
You're listening to Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball, presented by Steinhoffels, across ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers.
Wisconsin, third-ranked Kentucky coming up about 20 minutes from right now at Fiserv Forum. The Jeep AVCA First Serve going on in Milwaukee both tonight and tomorrow and through the entirety of the weekend. Matches on Sunday and Monday, too. Monday, Marquette will be in action at Fiserv Forum. Wisconsin in action again tomorrow against 7th-ranked Louisville. 3 o'clock First Serve. We're on the air at 2:30 with pregame coverage here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. Fans, a reminder, all season long, we'll be watching the Steinhafels Ace Tracker on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. The Steinhafels Ace Tracker, relax. It's Steinhafels 14 aces for Wisconsin in the exhibition match last Friday against the Butler Bulldogs at the UW Fieldhouse. We'll see if the serving is on a similar level of display tonight against some stiffer competition. The third-ranked and defending national runner-up, Kentucky Wildcats. One of the players that helped lead the team in aces a season ago was Grace Egan, and she caught up with members of the media a little bit earlier this week ahead of the AVCA First Serve.
For Grace, kind of take me back to last year. How much does that Final Four match come back to you? And for Molly, kind of what do you remember most from that kind of thriller of a win for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard loss. We worked so hard during the season, and just ending that way is kind of a big hit. But this year, it just fueled our fire, so I feel like we're ready for this game. But, I mean, just coming in the whole season, just the spring season, just like working on things we needed to work on. We have a new roster, so just like kind of teaching them the ways through that and telling them basically how exciting this game is going to be.
For Grace, your top spin serve seemed to be really going in the exhibition there. Kind of what's been the process of kind of bringing that back as you've been getting back healthy, and what do you think that adds to your game?
Like a competition in our gym, me and Grace Lopez, who can hit it harder. But, I mean, it's like such an amazing serve. I got to pick Temmie's brain during our alumni match, and just like talking through the topspin and just teaching it through college, and it's coming along, yeah.
All of the new faces in your gym, who's someone that's like really impressed you so far through preseason?
I would say Jayla August. She comes in with a lot of fire, and she's an impact player. She's had a lot of experience, so bringing that into our gym is pretty cool.
What does it do kind of preseason-wise when you have, such high-profile matches kind of right off the bat to be able to start the season?
It helps us in the end. I feel like all the newcomers came into our program and were like, what did you get us into? But I think it's really good just to get that experience and come out really strong.
3 of the 4 you obviously played in the NCAA semifinals, championship last year. What is an environment like this, a First Serve, that's very similar to that? You end the season that way, and then you start it this way, with great competition, great opponents, all kinds of just phenomenal players on the court. What does that mean to start a season like that, looking ahead to how that prepares you and just other things for the new season?
Yeah, I mean, this is like a rerun for the Final Four last year, and it's so early. I mean, but it's good. It's experience for women's sports too. Just like getting that experience, getting all the audience, being able to watch in a different zone where everyone gets to come. Wisconsin fans get to come closer, so I think it's really cool.
Grace Egan a little bit earlier this week with members of the media getting set for the AVCA First Serve at Fiserv Forum. My name is Jesse Nelson in the Everlight Solar Studio at ESPN Madison. This is the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. We're counting down to First Serve between 6th-ranked Wisconsin and 3rd-ranked Kentucky in the second of the 2 matches at Fiserv Forum today. The AVCA First Serve in the first match in 4 sets. 7th-ranked Louisville defeating 8th-ranked Texas A&M. A&M, the reigning national champions, start the season 0-1 in 2026, falling to Louisville. Our pre-match trivia question, which we do before each and every match all season long. 19 of Wisconsin's 27 regular season matches this year are scheduled to air on national TV. What are the 5 national TV networks that will feature Wisconsin Badgers volleyball this season? Looking for the 5 TV networks where Wisconsin Badgers volleyball can be seen this year on national television. We'll give you the answer in 2 minutes on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
Hi, I'm John Hayes of Goodman's Jewelers. It's hard to imagine, but Goodman's has been the diamond store of Madison since 1933, which means your parents, maybe even your grandparents might have shopped with us. We maintain the same high standards, honesty, and integrity that kept them coming back time and again. Keep their history and our history alive. Shop Goodman's Jewelers today in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. We're online at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
It's well known that the boss at the exteriors company
is a perfectionist.
It's a gift.
He not only oversees every job, he inspects each aspect of the operation to get to the root of what your project will actually need to be long-lasting.
Call 960-ROOF.
Oh, he's proud of all the reviews.
What can I say? Take a look.
The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise.
We won't tell you every season is perfect. If you like baseball, you know better. At Starion Bank, we know things don't always go as planned. That's why our decisions are made locally. Because business isn't just about the big moments, it's about showing up every day. Starion Bank, built for the long game. Built for Milwaukee baseball fans. Visit StarionBank.com to get started.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and Southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
You're listening to Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball, presented by Steinhoffels, across ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by Love Madison.
10th all-time meeting tonight between third-ranked Kentucky and sixth-ranked Wisconsin to start the college volleyball season. Kentucky leads the all-time series 5-4. They gained that advantage after defeating Wisconsin in a 5-set thriller in the Final Four in Kansas City in the NCAA Tournament National Semifinal a season ago. Wisconsin seeking some revenge tonight to open up the 2026 campaign here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. I'm Jesse Nelson, counting you down to first serve just after 8 o'clock here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. Our pre-match trivia question: 19 of Wisconsin's 27 regular season matches this year are scheduled to air on national television. What are the 5 national TV networks that will feature Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball this season? This is good for you fans to know if you want to watch along and then listen to us as a simulcast as you're watching from home on these networks. The Big Ten Network will, of course, carry the most Wisconsin volleyball matches, 8 this year. 4 of them on FS1, 4 of them on ESPN, 2 are on Fox over-the-air television, and 1 on the SEC Network. Wisconsin and Texas A&M, the reigning national champions, on Friday night, September 11th, airing on the SEC Network. Those your 5 networks where you can watch the Wisconsin Badgers on national TV this year. And again, we recommend doing this as you experience the games all season long, because John and Pete, John and Jess, when it's a road match, they're fantastic to listen to. So if you don't want the announcers from out of town calling the match, you want these guys, but you want to be able to see it with your own eyes, here's what you do. Announcer Cam on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. You can stream every game with John and Pete, John and Jess, with their live reactions. You're looking at me right now if you're joining us on the YouTube channel. So pull us up as a second screen experience, put the volume up, sync it up with your television wherever you may be watching at home, and then you can listen to the broadcast of John and Pete while you're watching the game on TV. It's the best of both worlds. You get the best broadcast. You get to watch it with your own eyes. That's the way to do it all season long here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. A little reminder of what's coming up here for Wisconsin. Not only tonight, a massive matchup with third-ranked Kentucky, the reigning national runners-up from a season ago who defeated Wisconsin in the Final Four. Tomorrow afternoon, 7th-ranked Louisville, 3 o'clock first serve. That's the first of the 2 games tomorrow in the Jeep AVCA First Serve at Fiserv Forum. And then next week, the opening Spike Classic in Pittsburgh. It doesn't get any easier for Wisconsin next week. 5th-ranked Stanford on Friday, and 4th-ranked Pittsburgh. It'll be a de facto home game for the Panthers, who are a perennial contender in the college volleyball landscape, in Pittsburgh. That's on Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Central Time, first serve next Sunday. So if you're keeping track at home, that's 3rd-ranked Kentucky, 7th-ranked Louisville, 5th-ranked Stanford, and 4th-ranked Pittsburgh. 4 top 10 opponents before the end of August. That is a wild start to the season for the Wisconsin Badgers volleyball team. And kudos to head coach Kelly Sheffield for not backing down or backing away from the challenge. A lot of newcomers, 11 new players, 9 of which are freshmen on the Wisconsin team this year. And he said, we got to get everybody acclimated, ready to go to contend for a national championship. The way you do that is you play the best competition. Kentucky, Louisville, Stanford, and Pittsburgh right out of the gates. 4 top 10 opponents before the end of August. Crazy start to the season for the Wisconsin Badgers volleyball team. Wisconsin volleyball fans, you can hear the insights from head coach Kelly Sheffield every week during the season. Don't miss the Kelly Sheffield Show, hosted by John Audius and the all-time winningest coach in Wisconsin volleyball history, Kelly Sheffield. New episodes premiere each week on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and on the ESPN Wisconsin app. And we'll hear from head coach Kelly Sheffield coming up next as we count down to First Serve at the AVCA First Serve. 6th-ranked Wisconsin and number 3 Kentucky on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
We know the sound of a packed house, that feeling before the first serve, the roar after the first point. And we love what happens when Madison gets behind their teams. Hey, it's Mimi Collier, former Wisconsin Badger and newest addition to Love Madison, Wisconsin's professional volleyball team. Now is your chance to guarantee the best seats for every home game. Place a single $100 deposit to secure your 2027 membership and never miss a moment. Come be a part of Love Madison this season. Check out lovbmad.com to learn more.
Hey Madison IKEA fans, great news! IKEA is closer than ever now with 2 Madison pickup points at the University Bookstore on State Street and the Beltline. Order your favorite IKEA products online and pick them up as soon as the next day absolutely free for IKEA family members. That's right, no shipping fees or waiting for deliveries, just the IKEA style you love, ready when you are. Start shopping smarter today at IKEA.us or on the IKEA app and choose the University Bookstore, State Street, or Beltline pickup points. Don't forget to sign up for IKEA Family. It's free to join and gives you access to great deals, rewards, and free Madison pickup.
Remember when your favorite Pizza Hut classics came with prices like these? Good news, they're back. Introducing the Throwback Value Menu, featuring the new medium one-topping stuffed crust pizza for just $10, and other favorites starting at only $3. Plus, try the new Triple Cheese Mac, or satisfy your sweet tooth with new s'more sticks. Check out the full Throwback Value Menu at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. That's pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Looking for something fun to do this fall? Get your friends together and join MSCR on the courts. Jesse Nelson here. Madison School and Community Recreation's adult fall volleyball and basketball leagues are open for registration now. Men's, women's, and all gender leagues are forming with games starting in early October at gyms all around Madison. MSCR leagues are all about community, connection, and having a great time, no matter your skill level. Sign up today at mscrsportsleagues.org. That's mscrsportsleagues.org.
You're listening to Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball, presented by Steinhoffels, across ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by the Gordon Flesh Company.
Ranked Wisconsin, number 3 Kentucky, coming up in the Jeep AVCA First Serve at Fiserv Forum in downtown Milwaukee. Counting you down to First Serve, I'm Jesse Nelson in the Everlight Solar Studio at ESPN Madison. 620 WTMJ, once again, Milwaukee's home of the Wisconsin Badgers. Listen to Wisconsin Badgers football, basketball, and of course, volleyball all season long on Wisconsin's radio station, 620 WTMJ. Many games may also air on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee with select broadcasts streaming exclusively on the ESPN Wisconsin app. And of course, you can hear every Wisconsin volleyball broadcast all season long here on 100.5 ESPN Madison, our network flagship, and streaming on the ESPN Wisconsin app. We now go back to Fiserv Forum, where John Audius had a chance to catch up a little bit earlier today with Wisconsin Badgers head coach Kelly Sheffield.
So what does a start like this against the competition that you're going to see here in Milwaukee, what could that potentially do for a team as the season goes on?
Well, when you're scheduled like this, it can go a lot of different ways. You can get a lot of confidence from the, beating teams or how you're playing, how you're rising up. You could lose confidence if you keep taking on the chin and just aren't able to rise up, or you can, it can make you more resilient in a positive way that leads to good things later on, whether you win or lose. You just, you learn what it takes to play it at the highest level. at the end of the day, it's what we're trying to do. We're trying to rise up and to grow and to learn as fast as we can, and hopefully make us better as the season is going on. And so, yeah, there's certainly some risk. I mean, that would be ridiculous to say anything other than there's a possibility of risk. But I think if you're trying to compete for championships, you're always willing to do that. And then along the way, you're a part of epic events that your players will remember forever. And when you're playing in 2 top 10 matches to start the season in Fiserv Arena, one on ESPN and the other one on Fox, playing in front of 1 million fans. That's a pretty cool way of starting a season.
I think a lot of fans also look at this rematch with Kentucky tonight, and they're excited to get a rematch. From that perspective, is for the players who played Kentucky last year, is this anyway some sort of, maybe the wrong word here is motivation, but I'll use it. Is it motivating for the players to know that they get another crack at Kentucky?
I mean, look, if you were a player that played in last year's match, would you use that as motivation? I think you would. I think you're as an athlete, you're always looking for juice wherever and if you're not looking for it, if you're not hunting for it, then I'd be questioning how elite you're going to be. So yeah, those people, Simon and Furbringer and Egan, Wardlow, I'm sure those guys will use that a little bit. But it doesn't take away a sting of last year for anybody. It doesn't replace. It doesn't, you're not sitting there, if you win this match, running into the locker room and say, take that, you might have gotten last year, but we've got none of those things are. It's a new year. It's the first match of many this season. So it's a really cool storyline, and I'm sure it puts a little bit extra hot sauce for the players that were part of that match last year.
Top 10 matchup, 6th-ranked Wisconsin taking on number 3 Kentucky at Fiserv Forum. A lot of depth on this year's roster as well. What was the process like for you and the coaching staff in coming up with that first lineup of the season tonight?
Yeah, I mean, look, we film every practice. We've got stats of every single practice. You've got win-loss records of every drill that we're doing. You combine all those things, and you come up with something. But like I told them, this is going to be I don't want anybody to accept their lot in life. We have to put out a thing to start out with, and keep going after the roles that you're wanting. But I'm excited to see how this thing plays itself out.
All right, best of luck. Thanks,
John.
Head coach Kelly Sheffield with John Audius a little bit earlier today, getting us ready for this big Final Four rematch between Wisconsin and Kentucky to start this season. Before we go back to Fiserv Forum, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. That's 10 for a legal ID on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
Hey, Madison, it's Rich Eisen. Join me for the Rich Eisen Show, weekdays noon to 2, right here on 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
We begin the 2026 season where the 2025 season came to a close. Wisconsin and Kentucky, a rematch of the Final Four from last season. John Audius and the Hall of Famer Pete Wade have the call. Coming up next on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
At Hooper Service, your comfort is important. From keeping you cozy warm to comfy cool with the ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System. Plus, join our Home Comfort Priority Plan and keep your air conditioner and furnace running at peak performance year after year. Enjoy priority service and extra savings that really add up. Hooper is here with 24-hour heating, cooling, plumbing, and fire protection service for your home and business. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Hooper.
Molly Brown here, and if you need room for everything life throws your way, meet the 2026 Kia Carnival at Metro Kia of Madison. Right now, well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR financing for up to 48 months on a new 26 Carnival using Kia Finance. That's just $21.65 per month for every $1,000 financed for 48 months with no down payment required. Offer ends August 31st and is subject to credit approval, vehicle availability, and dealer participation. See Metro Kia for complete details.
988 Wisconsin Lifeline. How can I help you?
Share hope, find purpose when you become a 988 Lifeline counselor. The 988 Wisconsin Lifeline provides free and confidential support to anyone in crisis. 988 has experienced tremendous growth, and more statewide counselors are needed. Staffed by Family Services, 988 counselors work remotely, are offered competitive compensation, benefits, and training. Apply today at 988lifelinecounselor.org. Family Services is an equal opportunity employer.
Paid for by grants from SAMHSA and the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
Are you buying back into Luke Fickell?
I have a renewed, humongous faith.
Over the last 9 months, there's been a hell of a lot of changes.
There's a different vibe of leadership.
He's speaking to me. He's roping me in.
Or is it too late for the Badgers head coach?
You've done this how many years in a row, and I'm not going to believe it until I see it.
I hope Luke Fickell turns it around. But let's be honest, Luke Fickell's probably going to have to win 8 games to keep his job.
Tune in all season long right here on the ESPN Wisconsin app and ESPN Madison on YouTube, the home for Wisconsin Badgers fans. You're listening to Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball, presented by Steinhoffels, across ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by Conant Automotive.
At Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, John Audius and Pete Wait with you. It's time for What to Watch as number 6 Wisconsin gets set to face number 3 Kentucky. Pete, it's a rematch of the National Semifinal where Kentucky won 15-13 in the 5th. What will you be watching for here first off the bat in this matchup?
Well, it's the same team, same programs, but different faces on the court.
At Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, John Audius and Pete Wait with you. It's time for What to Watch as number 6 Wisconsin gets set to face number 3 Kentucky. Pete, it's a rematch of the National Semifinal where Kentucky won 15-13 in the 5th. What will you be watching for here first off the bat in this matchup?
Well, it's the same team, same programs, but different faces on the court. There's just some new people in different positions, and it's great competition, but you have to see how they settle in this big time environment. In Fiserv Forum, it's crazy that they're starting against such big titans of volleyball here. Yet at the same time, even the coaches don't know what they're going to see on the court as they start play. They think maybe it could be a lot of talent, but a little sloppy. But I tell you what, these talented players crank it up fast, and they find a high level real soon.
Do you think one team has an advantage over the other? I was talking with Kelly Sheffield on this week's Kelly Sheffield Show, and he talked about they're almost the same team that we saw last season with the exception of basically one starter. But we've got a whole bunch of players that they've never seen. Does the advantage go one way or the other?
I don't think so. I think Kentucky does have more coming back as far as experience on the court together. But at the same time, they can't scout Wisconsin. They don't know what's coming at them.
Yep.
And Wisconsin doesn't quite know what's coming at, what they're bringing either. So that's a big challenge. And with Sheffield, he's got so much talent, such a deep bench, and so many people. You got starting the match, some subs coming in to pass. But then if it's not going well, how long do you wait before you try somebody else in there who's extremely talented, waiting on the bench to come in?
Final question for you, the serving. We've seen that be a highlight of Wisconsin through the exhibition, and specifically Grace Egan and Grace Lopez both have the jump topspin serve going. Lopez will be serving tonight in various situations as a serving sub. How might that benefit Wisconsin, not only tonight, but maybe throughout the rest of the season?
Well, if they can get a string of points going with the serve and the ace, or just keeping the team out of their offense, that's going to be phenomenal. But that's the big test. This is a much bigger facility also. And just for the servers to toss the ball up and see it when you got such a high ceiling here, the passers to see the depth perception is much different. If Wisconsin can get those jump topspin servers going, it's going to be a great bonus.
All right, season starts tonight. Number 6 Wisconsin versus number 3 Kentucky, and keep it right here. We've got the starting lineups and the opening serve at the AVCA First Serve at Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
In volleyball, a great performance starts with being ready for anything. The same goes for your vehicle. At Conant Automotive in Stoughton, ASE certified technicians service all makes and models, from routine maintenance to brakes, diagnostics, engine repairs, and more. Plus, qualifying repairs are backed by a 36-month, 36,000-mile warranty. So, when your vehicle needs a little help getting back in the game, trust the team that's ready to serve. Conant Automotive in Stoughton. Visit ConantAuto.com.
The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise. From our family to yours, roofing, window, siding, gutters, and doors. Your solution-based company, community strong, and service that will please. Get a free estimate today. The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise.
Dad, what do you do at work?
I help people protect what matters most. Hi, this is Jeffrey Beckman, owner at J&K Security Solutions. That's the mission behind J&K Security Solutions. Whether it's advanced surveillance, fire alarms, access control, or video monitoring, J&K helps businesses and families throughout southern Wisconsin stay secure.
Sounds pretty important.
It is. Visit jksecurity.com to learn more.
J&K Security Solutions, protecting what matters most in your life.
Some days feel like extra innings, vendor problems, cash flow crunches, curveballs you didn't see coming. Don't you want a banker that you can actually reach? Someone who's there for you when it matters. At Starry & Bank, decisions are made right here in Wisconsin by someone who knows you. Starry & Bank, built for the long game, built for Milwaukee baseball fans. Visit starryandbank.com to get started.
You're listening to Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball, presented by Steinhoffels, across ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by Hooper Corporation.
Welcome to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. John Audius, Pete Wade with you. Time for the 2026 college volleyball season for the Wisconsin Badgers to get underway. Number 6 Wisconsin takes on number 3 Kentucky. Let's take a look at the starting lineups first for the Badgers.
Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out.
Charlie Furbinger, number 24, Maricosta High School. Number 32, Grace Egan, outside, go Badgers.
Audrey Flanagan, freshman, outside hitter. Ava Travis, senior outside hitter. A fun fact about me is I know how to serve.
Jayla August, junior, middle blocker. I'm from Houston, Texas.
Number 12, Natalie Wardlow, middle/right side. Hi, Mom.
Number 7, Kristen Simon, libero from Louisville, Kentucky. And my favorite TV show is The Vampire Diaries.
Starting lineup for the Badgers, taking on the team that they lost to in the Final Four, the Kentucky Wildcats, under 22nd year coach Craig Skinner. We'll get to the Kentucky lineup in just a moment, but we'll start with the opening serve of the 2026 season. And Grace Lopez will go back behind the service line for the Badgers. Lopez making her Wisconsin debut after being sidelined with an ACL a season ago. And Lopez is ready to go. Jump, topspin serve has Kentucky out of system. Off on the left, two-hand shove over by DeLay. Badgers pick it up from the back row. That's Flanagan. Kentucky underneath it. DeLay again, big, heavy hit. It goes to Lopez. It goes to Egan right at the pin on the right side. And Egan, soft tap into the net for a hitting error. 1-0 Kentucky. We're underway.
Yeah, Lopez almost got an ace with that jump topspin serve. She's a lefty, and it's a little left to right chop on that. Kentucky had to sprawl out just to keep that one in play.
For the Wildcats, Trinity Ward, 5'7" sophomore. Cassie O'Brien is the sophomore setter. Kennedy Washington in the middle. The libero, Molly Tuzzo. Lizzie Carr, the other middle. DeLay, we mentioned her. Morgan Gardy will be on the right. Badgers pick up the serve from Kentucky. Egan, big slam on the right side, and that works for the Badgers. Grace Egan playing on the right for the Badgers here in the first match of the season, and Egan makes it 1-1.
Perfect pass by the Badgers that time. Wardlow went on a 31, spread the blockers out, then Charlie went backside to Grace Egan, and she crushed across court off the body of Kentucky players out of bounds.
There's Egan, the redshirt junior. About 2.3 kills per set a season ago. Wardlow with the serve. Kentucky goes to the middle, tip up and down for the point. Right near the 10-foot line, and it's now a 2-1 Kentucky lead.
Yeah, smart tip. The block was there. She just went over the top. Pretty tough to stop that one.
Wildcats back behind the service line. It'll be DeLay serving from zone 1. High toss into the air. Right hand jump topspin goes just past the end line. That's a service error from the Wildcats. And it is now a 2-2 score in the first set.
3 servers here with jump topspin serves. We'll see Grace Egan here if she can get it going.
The Badgers in their national semifinal against Kentucky as a team in that 5 set as Egan sends one right into the middle of the net. I was about to say had 0 aces against Kentucky in the 5 sets. And with the jump topspin serves of Lopez and Egan, perhaps that could be a different story.
High risk, high reward, but so far 2 of the 3 jump topspin servers made errors. 1 long, 1 in the net.
Here's Tuzzo, the libero for Kentucky. All-American a season ago. Charlie sets it up left side. A tip by Flanagan. She's into the net. And so a net violation against Wisconsin gives Kentucky a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, kind of a tight pass that time to start with. Charlie was tight. Then she set it tight to the outside. Then Flanagan on the outside gets a shoulder in the net.
Badger stack left on serve receive. Ana Bardero will be a DS in the left back, awaiting Tuzzo's serve. It goes to Simon. Bad pass as Furbringer has to dive to the floor for the bump set. Flanagan sends one across. Now Kentucky goes to the near side. A tip up and over. Badger's right there. Flanagan left pin. Sharp cross court. Tuzzo popped it up for a moment, and it falls down near the Kentucky bench. And that's a point for the Wisconsin Badgers.
Yeah, Flanagan, nice sharp cross-court shot, zone 4 to zone 4. Nice wrist away off the Kentucky defenders and out of bounds.
I don't think the score is correct on the scoreboard, but it says 4-3 Wisconsin, so I like that. Here's Audrey Flanagan, Badger freshman back behind the service line. From Redondo Beach, California, went to Miracosta High School, same high school as Charlie Furbringer. Left side attack, that's Thigpen. Rattled through the Badger block and picked up by Wisconsin. Left side, Travis, recycled. Back to the Badgers. Travis gets another swing, cross court, and she goes wide. So a hitting error from Ava Travis. And the Badgers, a little bit of a slow start. Now 5-3. Let's go Kentucky 5, Wisconsin 3.
A little long on that sharp cross court shot by Travis.
Ava Travis, a transfer from UC Santa Barbara, making her Wisconsin debut. Passers for the Badgers in the back row. Simon left back, middle back Egan, right back Flanagan. And this will be Ward, the 5'7" sophomore for Kentucky. Team that went 30-3 a season ago. Goes to Flanagan. Decent pass to Charlie, left side. That's Travis, snaps one over. Dug deep, middle back. Slide attack, and that one is stopped by the Wisconsin block. Getting blocked is the 6-foot middle for Kentucky. That is Kennedy Washington.
Yeah, Travis, nice block on the left side there against the slide attacker. Just send it straight back to the Kentucky floor.
And so Wisconsin's libero, Kristen Simon, now a sophomore, starting libero for the Badgers a season ago. Right hand over, goes at delay. Perfect pass to O'Brien. Left side for Thigpen, a push, and it's down to the middle back as Simon was racing there trying to chase it, dove to the floor. 6-4 Kentucky in the first.
Yeah, everybody's back on their heels a little bit. Nice throw down to the center court. Pretty fast tip.
Wildcats, Thigpen, right to left with her serve. Picked up Flanagan. Perfect dime up front. And there's the attack by Travis. Got the block touch from Kentucky, and Ava Travis brings the Badgers to within a single point in the first.
Yeah, nice pass by Flanagan. Then they ran kind of a slide gap, so they pulled the blocker behind with a slide. Then she went to like a 32 on the outside, in between the middle and the right side blocker for the kill.
First kill for Ava Travis as a Wisconsin Badger. Popped over by the UW. That was Furbringer with the serve. Slide on the right. Washington terminates. Cross court and hard for Kennedy Washington, and Kentucky leads by 2.
Yeah, the challenge here for Wardlow as a middle blocker right here is moving to her left. She wasn't able to get out there and close the block on the left side.
Left back Egan, middle back Flanagan, right back Simon, the Badgers passers. Wisconsin spread out as it'll be Kentucky back to serve. 7-5 Wildcats lead in this first match of the 2026 season. Serve receive Flanagan up front to Furbringer. Back set to the right side. Punch down the line by Travis. Now there's a near joust at the net, pushed over by Wisconsin. Kentucky with a tap in the middle. Right there, Simon. Badgers run the back row. It's Flanagan off the top of the tape. Popped up into the air for a split second by Thigpen. Now a free ball comes to the Badgers. Furbringer setting the pipe for Flanagan. Big slam. It's going to go over, and it's going to go out of bounds on the sideline. That was pretty close, and we'll see a replay whether that was in or out. And it's going to be a point for the Badgers as we await the official replay, which was just out of bounds by an inch. No line judges here at the AVCA First Serve. They're using Bolt 6 technology, so they just go, they put it on the video board when there's a close call at the line. Do have the normal amount of challenges, 2 challenges per team. And Grace Lopez will serve. Left hand high, toss into the air, and over right at Tuzzo. Great pass to O'Brien. Left side, bang down, count it, for Brooklyn DeLay. And DeLay is just a heavy hitter on this Kentucky team. 4.5 kills per set a season ago.
First team All-American also. I mean, she is the mainstay attacker, just like Mimi Collier was for the Badgers last year. But just a seam in the block there between Wardlow and Egan. She found it.
Two-time first-team All-American back-to-back seasons is Brooklyn DeLay. 8-6 Kentucky in the first. Serve receive Flanagan. Charlie from the back row. Back to Audrey, and she'll go sharp cross court, and she'll deliver a kill for the Badgers. There's Audrey Flanagan, really highly ranked outside hitter for the Badgers. The freshman brings Wisconsin to within a point.
And freshman is the key word there. That's an amazing shot. Freshman to come in there and play with this kind of confidence.
She had 13 kills in the last exhibition match for the Badgers, including 9 in the fourth set. DeLay on serve receive, dimes a pass up front to O'Brien, left side. Attack getting the touch and getting the kill is Morgan Gardy, 6'5" junior. She's a transfer from Notre Dame, trying to fill the spot left by Eva Hudson when she graduated from Kentucky. Wildcats, here's DeLay. Topspin serve. Right at Simon, it's tight, it's over. It's back to Kentucky on an overpass. Right side attack, that's Gardy. Rattled through the Badgers defense, picked up sideline to sideline, bump set. Slapped over by Flanagan. Wildcats run to the middle, popped up by Furbringer. Great dig, and now set over on a free ball. Middle attack down for Kentucky. Lizzie Card, 6'6", runs the middle. It's 10-7, 3-point Wildcats lead.
Yeah, great pickup by Charlie on the quick attack from Kentucky, and then Kentucky getting the free ball, came right back at him with a middle attack again and scored the second time.
Kentucky picked to finish first in the SEC preseason poll. A bullet to the back row at Bardero. Right side, here comes Egan, hanging, tapping it over inside the 10-foot line. Gardy right there. Now Thigpen smashes one to the Badgers' back row. Largest lead of this opening set for the Wildcats. It is now at 4.
I think for the challenge for the Badgers, one of the challenges right now is the blockers. They're just not blockers they were up next to last year. Most of them are new people next to each other. There's different seams. They've got a lot to learn there.
Bardero serve receive. Perfect pass in the middle. There's Jayla August. Dynamic attack in the middle for the transfer from Florida. August, big right hand down.
Yeah, and blocking side to side has nothing to do with your one-on-one attack skills, and she just popped that one out of the middle.
Cuts the Kentucky lead down to 3 points. And here's Egan's jump spin serve right at Tuzzo. Overpass, pushed down by Flanagan, but kept alive by Kentucky. Thigpen then tools the Badgers block on the near side for the kill. Another point to the Wildcats, and Kentucky back up by 4.
Well, and Egan, great jump top spin serve, and Kentucky overpassed him. The Badgers weren't able to put it away, and Kentucky came back with the tool on the left, off the left side.
I believe it's Kentucky by 4. They've taken the score down here at Fiserv Forum. Tuzzo serves right back at Egan, steers it up front. There's August on the slide, picked up by DeLay. Kentucky gets it up front to Thigpen, short free ball. First touch, Jayla to Charlie, back to August, and another big right hand delivered as she cracks it down for the kill. I like this connection, Furbringer to August.
Yeah, Charlie knows who to go to at that point. I mean, August, just phenomenal athlete in front or behind. This time it was on the back slide against double block, found a little bit of a seam, got the kill.
12-9 Kentucky, 3-point deficit for the Badgers here in the first. Flanagan serving. Serves from zone 5 over, deep back row to Kentucky. Right side, Gardy, popped up by Egan defensively. Furbringer, soft off the fingers to Travis, and Travis gets it off the block, down to the back row. Second kill of this match for the transfer from UC Santa Barbara. Ava Travis, 51 miles per hour on that attack.
Yeah, and only 5'11", but she's a senior, a lot of experience coming out of California. Very comfortable out there.
Averaged almost 4 kills per set, was second team All Big West a year ago. Flanagan fires one over. Here's Thigpen left side off the Badgers block. Popped up by Ava. Right back attack, and there's Egan banging one off the top of the net. Grabbed by Kentucky. Right side, Gardy finishes. Big right hand by the transfer from Notre Dame, and Gardy gives the Cats another point and a 4-point lead.
It's interesting with the Badgers right now. Just some great experience on the court, whether they're young or old, and 3 Californians on the court. So we've got some coast to coast. We got Florida, we've got 3 Californians.
And Gardy got near 10 feet on that attack. Let's go with 13-10 Kentucky is the score. 13-10 Kentucky, 3-point lead. Here's Travis. Slammed at Tuzzo, overpass, push to the corner, but out by Travis. And that was wide. So Kentucky now has that 4-point lead.
Yeah, the overpass was coming to her, and she almost reached too early. She couldn't quite get control of it and just swept it to the left out of bounds, outside the line.
Flanagan right back, middle back, Egan, Simon left back. Trinity Ward, the sophomore for Kentucky, short serve. Grabbed by Flanagan. Now Furbringer's on the run. Back sets to August, blocked. Kentucky comes up with its first block of the first set. And the Wildcats now have their largest lead at 5.
Yeah, we'll see if Kentucky goes to Flanagan again. They pulled her up forward from the right back position. She passed it off the net. Charlie tried to go to August, but the block was waiting for her.
And we've got a timeout on the floor here in Milwaukee at Fiserv Forum. Third-ranked Kentucky leads the 6th-ranked Badgers by a score of 15-10 on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
We know the sound of a packed house, that feeling before the first serve, the roar after the first point. And we love what happens when Madison gets behind their teams. Hey, it's Mimi Collier, former Wisconsin Badger and newest addition to Love Madison, Wisconsin's professional volleyball team. Now is your chance to guarantee the best seats for every home game. Place a single $100 deposit to secure your 2027 membership and never miss a moment. Come be a part of Love Madison this season. Check out lovbmad.com to learn more.
As a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, Steinhoffels knows teamwork makes all the difference, especially at home. That's why Steinhoffels offers decorating solutions, its in-house design service. From simple recommendations to full room layouts and floor plans, their designers handle the details so you can make it your own. From first idea to final touch, Steinhoffels has you covered. Steinhoffels, born and bred in Wisconsin, just like the Badgers.
John Adiason, Pete Waite with you from Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee. It's the Jeep AVCA First Serve. And the Wisconsin Badgers trail Kentucky, Pete, right now by a score of 15-10. It's the largest lead of the opening set for the third-ranked Wildcats.
And right now the Wildcats are kind of testing the Badger passers, which anybody would do. And right, the last one they went at Flanagan, pulled her forward. She passed it off the net. Charlie tried to go back. Kentucky was waiting for it, so that was very well planned by Kentucky.
5-point Wildcats lead. And now they'll serve left to right. It's Ward again, right hand across it. Flanagan, nice high pass delivered to Furbringer. Sets to August, popped up over to the near sideline by Delay. Back to Delay and a free ball to the Badgers. Furbringer, slide, cross court good. Jayla August has come out swinging in the first. That's 3 kills.
August is going to be a force, that's for sure.
So now a 4-point deficit for the Badgers. Trying to get the Wisconsin hitting percentage. The statistics are a little bit different than what we're used to. I don't know if I'm going to find it. Here's O'Brien, a bump set, and there's a Bucky block. Ava Travis all over that attack by the Wildcats.
That started with a good serve by Simon, and Kentucky shanked it off a little too tight for the setter. Wasn't able to get a good set, and the Badger blocker was waiting for him. Nice block by Travis.
12 serving 15 as Simon zips one over to Thigpen in the back row. Now a tap over and a back row attack by Delay. Wisconsin underneath it. Left side, Travis rolls a shot into the block. Recycle back to Travis again. She'll take off, slam it down off the block. Ava Travis, her 3rd kill, and the Badgers are to within 2 points.
Yeah, smart first swing. She just kind of 3/4 speeded into the block so the team could cover. Covered the next time. She found the seam between the blockers and got the kill.
Here's Kristen Simon now, Wisconsin sophomore libero. 20 aces a season ago for Simon. Right hand over to the right back. Great pass to O'Brien, who sets Thigpen. Block touch, but popped up in the back row by the Badgers. Travis tools the blocker's hands, and Ava Travis has her 4th kill. She leads Wisconsin there, and the Badgers have pulled to within a point.
That's a good attacker who can find a seam and then find the edge of the block and just score in multiple ways. Makes it really tough for the defenders.
It forces a Kentucky timeout, and we'll be back after this on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
At
Hooper Service, your comfort is important. From keeping you cozy warm to comfy cool with the ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System. Plus, join our Home Comfort Priority Plan and keep your air conditioner and furnace running at peak performance year after year. Enjoy priority service and extra savings that really add up. Hooper is here with 24-hour heating, cooling, plumbing, and fire protection service for your home and business. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Hooper.
It takes a team to meet just about any goal, and that's as true on the football field as it is in the office. So it's good to know that you have the Gordon Flesh Company on your side. For more than 60 years, GFC has provided cutting-edge office technology for companies of all sizes, and as the nation's largest Canon dealer, GFC delivers the latest office technology, service, and is supported by the most experienced professionals in the industry. That's business technology managed. Visit gflesh.com to learn more.
The 4-0 run is done for the Badgers as Kentucky gets the point there. 30-second timeout. They're trying some new things at the AVCA First Serve, which includes 30-second timeouts for the coaches, and that's what Kentucky took, so we missed a point there. Wildcats get 1 point, back up by 2, 16-14 Kentucky. There's Travis with her attack. Tuzzo with the stop. Left side, big pound off the block, and that is what Brooklyn DeLay can do. The preseason All-SEC selection makes it 17-14 Wildcats.
Yeah, Charlie thought she had her on that one and came down pretty frustrated that she DeLay just pounded it through her, off her hands and out of bounds.
Cats serve it short. Egan serve receive up front to Furbringer. Back row. Flanagan took a little bit off of it and it goes off the blocker's hands at the middle of the net and down inside the 10-foot line. So the freshman records the kill for Wisconsin.
Yeah, I think Flanagan's going to get as many front row attacks as back row attacks. She's just so comfortable back there in a variety of shots. That was an off-speed shot. The blocker was on her way down and kind of pulled the ball down with her for the kill.
Fourth kill tonight for Flanagan. Short serve, cross court by Furbringer. O'Brien long string over to DeLay. Tips it over. Good diving dig by Charlie. Left side, there's Travis. Underneath it, Tuzzo. Kentucky slide. Washington with a tip. Flying in there is Simon to grab the dig. Left side, Travis. Good. Ava Travis with their fifth kill right off the blocker's hands and straight down to the court.
Nice rally that time. The crowd loved. In the middle of the rally, Charlie had to go to the far right side of the court and back bump set it to the outside, and all she did is make it real hittable. And Travis did a nice job just banging off the high inside left hand of the Kentucky blocker and down.
Ava Travis, who had 11 kills in that exhibition match last week against Butler, hit over 400. She's got 5 in the first set here tonight. O'Brien set her dump, got it. Left hand throw down to the middle back of Wisconsin, right near Simon. 18-16, the Wildcats have a 2-point lead in the opening set.
Yeah, O'Brien is a setter for Kentucky. She's sophomore. Last year she was the National Freshman of the Year. Kid's a player.
And so the Wildcats will go back to serve, but first Kristen Simon needs to tie her shoe. So she's going to take her time there. Ooh, the double knot. They got the camera right up on her shoe. And here comes Kentucky, right to left, serving from zone 1, right at the 10-foot line. Scooped up Flanagan. Left side, Egan. Yep, got the block touch and got the kill. There's Grace Egan from the left pin this time. And the Badgers pulled it within 1.
Yeah, this batch of Badgers today in this first set, we're not seeing them really pound it around the block to score, but they're tooling it off the block a lot, and that can be super frustrating for opponents.
One of the 2 jump topspin servers for the Badgers this season, at least early on. That can always change. They could always say, hey, rein it in, get rid of the jump topspin if it's not too accurate. Here's Grace Lopez into the net. So Lopez serves an error.
I think they would call it change it up, like go to the floater or something, because rein it in means you've been doing a great job reining it back. But I think so far, what, 2 for 2, or 2 out of 4 are jump topspin servers?
And
in or air.
Yeah, so here's Cassie O'Brien serving now. She's the Kentucky setter. Goes to Simon. Furbringer, high setup, left side. Flanagan right into a wall. She got roofed. Lizzie Carr and company all over that one for the Wildcats. 3-point Kentucky lead. They've reached the red zone in the first.
That time it was Simon, not with a great pass. Charlie had to come out to about the 10-12 foot line. Only had one option to go to the outside, and that's what the Kentucky middle blocker knew, so she kicked out early. got the stuff blocked.
And that forces a timeout from head coach Kelly Sheffield. He takes a 30-second timeout. So coaches, some interesting things happening here. We'll talk about that for a moment. Coaches have their timeouts. It's either going to be 75 seconds or they can signify they want 30-second timeout. Plus, we've got a 90-second break when the first team reaches 15 in each set. So kind of an interesting twist.
Yeah, the 15 has been typical. We've had that stopping at 15 for a timeout.
But also,
used to call it a TV timeout.
But also, if you took a timeout before 15,
correct,
then they wouldn't take the 15.
True.
Now they're taking it every time.
Yeah, I think each year the coaches, partly they sometimes follow the international play, and sometimes it's just coaches deciding this would be best for TV, or just talking to your teams and not always needing a long timeout.
So the Badgers and Wildcats back out onto the court. Wisconsin trails by 3 to Kentucky. And the Badgers offense right now, 17 kills total for the team. Here is short serve by O'Brien, grabbed by the UW. Right side, Egan slams it wide. Ooh. Down the line, the left sideline of Kentucky, but out of bounds. 4-point Wildcats lead.
Yeah, she popped that down the line, just missed the side of the blocker's arm and maybe 6 inches out of bounds to the right.
And the other thing I mentioned earlier in the set, no line judges. It's really cool to see the replay of the ball in or out after every attack like that one by Egan. Here's Flanagan, adjusts, roll shot into the block, scooped up by Tarno, who's into the match now. Now Egan on the right side, down the sideline. Tuzzo right there, middle attack by Carr, and it goes off Bardero and down. Simon was trying to dive for that ball, but came up short. Kentucky leads by 5, matching their largest lead of the set.
Yeah, O'Brien, the setter for Kentucky, is really mixing things up and going to the middle attack a lot, which really makes the Badger middle blockers freeze. Then she goes to the outside to get the seam. Then she goes back to the middle and gets a one-on-one. So Kentucky's obviously doing a pretty good job with that right now.
I believe Kelly Sheffield just used his last time out, 22-17. The Kentucky Wildcats have the lead over your Wisconsin Badgers. Let's take a look at the stats. Leading the attack for Wisconsin, let's see here, is... I'm not sure that's an accurate number. I think Travis leads the way. Flanagan is next in line. I think Travis has 5. Yeah, Ava Travis with 5 kills so far for the Badgers, and Audrey Flanagan has 4. So Kentucky looks like they really haven't missed a beat yet. What does Wisconsin kind of need to accomplish here down the stretch of this first set to maybe get into this first set here later, or at least carry it into the next?
Yeah, I'd say first thing is improve the passing. You improve the passing, Charlie can do anything with it. She even does things with not great passes. But at the same time, if she's getting pulled off the net and she's only got one option left, then the Kentucky blockers know where to kick out and go. And that's been part of the difference right there. Now we've got a sub on the court now for the Badgers. I think Kelly's trying to get a little bigger presence in the middle.
Yeah, Lenny Tarno, the freshman in there right now for the Badgers at 6'5". She's out of Downers Grove, Illinois. So she's on the court with Furbringer, Egan, Bardero, Simon, and Flanagan. Served by O'Brien again, handled by Flanagan. Tight pass, middle attack. That's Tarno. It's going to drop off the block straight down near center court. So the Badgers pulled it within 4, but we're pretty late now in the first, 22-18 Kentucky.
Yeah, well, first it was a perfect pass by Flanagan, passing out of the left back. And then Charlie just went to Tarno right in the middle. Tarno hit the block and just dribbled down. But that's all they needed. And really the timeout kind of caused that. Kentucky might have backed off the serve, the strength of the serve a little bit, and that's all Flanagan needed to make a perfect pass.
And now we see Natalie Wardlow come in to serve for Wisconsin. Deep and out of bounds for Wardlow. She's had streaks of brilliance behind the service line last season, but that one goes long.
Well, this is a different role for her now. If she's playing front row, she's a little more tired. She gets back there, you have to gather yourself. It's very tough to come just off the bench as a serving specialist, but she really did a good job last year with that.
Big serve on the jump topspin by DeLay. Chased down past the end line by Simon. Free ball to the Wildcats. O'Brien sets, shoots that in the middle for Carr, who just smashes it down to the floor. 24-18, set point, Kentucky.
Yeah, and again, delay with a jump topspin serve, and the Badgers struggled with it, popped it straight up, gave the free ball to Kentucky, and they ran it right back at them.
All sorts of room there up front for Carr. Another jump topspin. Perfect dime, though, from Simon, and Grace Egan right back at you with a big right hand crank down to the floor.
Tell you, comes down the pass again. Great pass that time by Simon. Perfect. Charlie had options and made the middle blocker freeze for Kentucky. Egan had a little bit of a split block and pounded it down center court.
24-19, second set point for the Wildcats. Here's Egan, ace! Jump topspin to the middle, back and down.
Yeah, no doubt about that one. No need to check the replay. That was a foot in just before the end line.
And Tuzzo backed out of the way of that one, hoping it would be long, but well inbounds. Next one. Top of the net, delay, right hand, popped it up. Saved from out of bounds, and now a short free ball set over. A gust to Furbringer, to the left pin. Flanagan blocked by Gardy to end the first set. Block solo for Gardy, and Kentucky and the Wildcats win the first by 5.
Yeah, that's too bad because the serve, Egan's serve, gave him the Badgers a free ball, and then the one-on-one block was really great read by Kentucky.
End of the first set here from Fiserv Forum at the AVCA First Serve. Kentucky wins the opening set 25-20. Back with the second next on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation, and it definitely shouldn't feel like a game. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin believes in straightforward pricing, honest conversations, and helping homeowners find the right fit for their home. Because a fair final price matters more than some flashy discount. Pella never inflates pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. And when you buy direct through Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, one trusted team handles everything from start to finish. The same company that manufactures your windows and doors is also the one selling, installing, and servicing them with Pella certified installers every step of the way. That means confidence in the process, confidence in the product, and one team standing behind the work from beginning to end. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Remember when your favorite Pizza Hut classics came with prices like these? Good news, they're back. Introducing the Throwback Value Menu, featuring the new medium one-topping stuffed crust pizza for just $10, and other favorites starting at only $3. Plus, try the new Triple Cheese Mac or satisfy your sweet tooth with new s'more sticks. Check out the full Throwback Value Menu at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. That's pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Looking for something fun to do this fall? Get your friends together and join MSCR on the courts. Jesse Nelson here. Madison School and Community Recreation's adult fall volleyball and basketball leagues are open for registration now. Men's, women's, and all gender leagues are forming with games starting in early October at gyms all around Madison. MSCR leagues are all about community, connection, and having a great time, no matter your skill level. Sign up today at mscrsportsleagues.org. That's mscrsportsleagues.org.
You're listening to Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball, presented by Steinhoffels, across ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by The Exteriors Company.
John Oddie is joined by Pete Waite here in Milwaukee at Fiserv Forum, home of the Milwaukee Bucks, but tonight it's home of college volleyball and the Jeep AVCA First Serve as Kentucky wins that opening set. They hit near 450 and win it 25-20, while the Badgers end up with a .214 hitting percentage, 5 kills each from Ava Travis and Audrey Flanagan, but hard to stop a team, Pete, when they're up over 400. Up over 450.
Yeah, and it's, as we always say, it's a serve pass game. I think that Kentucky won at that time. More solid passing, tougher serving. Badgers hung in there for a while, but they started to fade a little bit. And you saw a little chink in the arbor where they were struggling to get Charlie a good pass where she could start the offense.
So the Badgers back out onto the court, ready to start set number 2. It'll be Flanagan out there on the court, Furbringer, Simon, Travis, Tarno, and Egan. Bright spots for the Badgers and those left side hitters, and we saw Audrey Flanagan really not miss a beat from the exhibition portion of Wisconsin's schedule when she had 17 kills against the Badgers pros in that alumni match, and then 13 kills against Butler in 4 sets. Middle attack, Tarno with a soft tip, Tuzzo diving save. Left side delay, left-fisted save by Flanagan. Bump set. Here's Egan. High tip up and over the block, covered. Left side delay, throws into the block. Right there's Tarno to pop it up. Now from the right side, Travis Scott blocked. Another big Kentucky block in the middle, and Lizzie Carr with another one at 6'6". She's a transfer from Purdue, but she makes it 1-0.
Yeah, kind of an out-of-system set to Travis on the right side, but it was 8-foot line back off the net, 8 feet inside, and the block was waiting for her.
And then O'Brien, who went on a serving run in the first set, sends that right-handed serve right into the tape. So 1-1 is your score between Wisconsin and Kentucky. Here's Lopez. Jump topspin, picked up by Tuzzo. O'Brien setting to the right, tip up and over, but the Badgers grab it. Tarno tools the block. No, saved by Kentucky. Back over to Wisconsin. Here's Egan. Blasts one down the line. Tuzzo right there. Right side delay. Pushes it. Furbringer underneath it. Left side Flanagan looking for the corner. Got the touch.
Great tool off the top of the block that time by Flanagan. Again, a long rally, and the Badgers get a score off the block, making use of the block.
All right, so here comes Wisconsin. Lopez with an ace. Right near the end line. Grace Lopez puts the Badgers up by 2. Second service ace from Wisconsin. The other came from Grace Egan. And the next serve by Lopez right into the middle of the net. Here's delay. Powers one over. Overpass Simon. And cleaned up by Thigpen off that overpass for Kentucky.
Yeah, delay is just more consistent jump topspin server. We'll see if she makes an error now that I said that, but a little more powerful. Simon overpassed that ball, just coming at her too hard. She's got to soften that thing up.
Here's delay again, handled by Bardero. Perfect pass up front, tipped by Tarno, covered by Kentucky. Right side, Gardy got it off the Badgers block as it sails near the Badgers bench and down. 4-3 Wildcats in the second.
Yeah, Tarno's doing a good job getting a few hits, getting some touches on the blocks. That time just way over the top off of her and then off of Charlie on the right side.
Kentucky now in this match hitting .417 as a team, and that one got away from delay on her jump topspin serve. It goes long out of bounds. We're tied at 4. So Madison Quest will come back behind the service line for head coach Kelly Sheffield. She had 9 aces a season ago for the sophomore from Pewaukee, Wisconsin. Serves at Tuzzo, middle back. Right side, Gardy, push under the Badger block, and it's down inside the 10-foot line. Egan unsuccessfully trying to pop it up.
Yeah, nice request to get in the match as a serving specialist there. A little bit, being from the area. Her mom, Pauline, having been a Badger volleyball alum also. Pauline Bresky at the time.
Badgers passing 3, awaiting for Tuzzo. Kentucky's libero serving from zone 5, goes to Bardero. Here comes Charlie back setting, right side. That's Egan on the right. Dug by the Wildcats. Poor set results in a bump over to the Badgers. And Jayla August climbs the ladder off the set from Charlie and bangs it straight down.
Yeah, Augusta is such a fast arm, but this time she also was in front of Charlie but took off on one foot. So it's kind of a front slide. She gets off the ground fast, and it's really hard for the blockers to know where she's coming from.
Fourth kill for Gus. There's the serve from Egan, handled by the Cats. Gardy on the right side. Back over to Kentucky. How about the left? Back over and down. Blocked by Wisconsin. Augusta and Furbringer team up to put up that Wisconsin wall.
Yeah, really nice job by Charlie setting up that block and pressing well. Pretty sure she got that with her left hand.
That is block number 3 tonight for the Badgers. And Egan got the corner for an ace. We'll see the replay, but it looked in. It's really fun watching these jump topspin servers for the Badgers. That one's in. Woo. Just got the line.
Those replays are amazing.
7-5, the Badgers in the second. Egan toss into the air, tries to go to that same spot. Tuzzo waiting for it. To Thigpen on the left, block touch. Scooped up Bardero. Furbringer, setter dump, good. To the tee there on the 10-foot line on the right sideline of Kentucky, and it's 8-5.
It's been Egan on the end line with that jump topspin serve, giving the Badgers some momentum here, keeping Kentucky on their heels now. Great dump with the left hand by Furbringer.
Here's Egan again. Another bullet to the back row. Good pass, Tuzzo. Gardy slaps it wide. Oh, wait. Point Kentucky. They're going to say it was in. So we'll see this replay. And it was in.
No line judges, so there's no arguing with line judges. It's like they just wait, they look at the replay and say, yep, that's it.
Can't go argue with the computer. Here's Trinity Ward to serve right to left. Badgers passing 3. Hangs into the air, goes at Egan. Sticks the pass. Slide. August got it off the block. Jayla August delivers her 5th kill of the match. And the Badgers lead in the second set by 3. It's 9-6.
Yeah, Thigpen, the left side blocker for Kentucky, is not a big blocker, so nice job by Augustus going off her left, the blocker's left hand and out of bounds.
Here's Audrey Flanagan behind the service line for Wisconsin. From the right back, she serves to the left back of Kentucky. Set it to DeLay. Good from the back row. DeLay delivers, and it's 9-7. The Badgers lead by 2 in the second.
Yeah, DeLay's got a little extra punch on that ball. It's kind of like a Collier swing. It's coming at you fast. Mizurowski pitch. It's a little tougher to handle.
Thigpen from near the middle of the end line. Goes to Flanagan from the right sideline. Furbringer sets to the right pin. Just enough room for August to smash down another kill. The Badgers lead by 3.
Yeah, Gus doing a nice job there. That's her 6th kill now. She's 556. Great percentage.
Great start. 6 kills, 9 swings, just 1 error for the Badgers. Transfer middle blocker. Serving from the right back, that's Kristen Simon. Tight pass by Kentucky. And it's a point to the Wildcats as the Badgers were called over the net.
Yeah, Tarno, it was a tight pass, and the setter stopped it. O'Brien stopped it before the plane in the net. Tarno thought it was coming all the way over. She reached over the top of the set and got called for that.
Kentucky, a 5-point win in the first. The Badgers a 2-point lead so far in the second. Perfect dime to Furbringer. Travis left side, saved by Ward. Kentucky attacks DeLay. Right there is Flanagan. Quick set to Tarno. Soft push. Kentucky slaps it back. Diving dig by Flanagan. Great defensive effort. There's Travis tooling the block. And it started with that defense from Audrey Flanagan. And then Ava Travis gets her 6th kill. And the Badgers lead by 3.
Yeah, Flanagan out of the middle back. She just doesn't attack out of the middle back. She flew 10 feet to the right with a one-arm dig going horizontal to pop that ball up. And then Charlie, nice set to the outside. Travis tooled it off the block for the kill. Great energy play for the Badgers.
Wisconsin picked to finish 2nd in the Big Ten preseason poll, taking on Kentucky, picked to finish 1st in the SEC. Left to right serve, Furbringer, serving from zone 1. Short serve there. Delay off the Badger block. Played off the net by Travis. Saved by Simon. Back over to Kentucky. Delay left side. Got it. Rattles it off the Badgers block and down.
Great athletic saves by the Badgers. A couple of spots there where it was really tight to the net. Didn't look like they were going to get it over, but they did.
2-point Wisconsin lead. Second set here. First match of the season for both teams. First matches of the college volleyball season. We saw Louisville beat the defending champs in the first matchup here at Fiserv Forum in 4 sets. Back row Flanagan slams one. It's tight near the net. 2 Wildcats collide. They shove it over, and a point to the Badgers. A double contact called against Kentucky.
Yeah, like the right side attacker for Kentucky and the setter coming out of the back row both went for the ball, and I think the right side must have tried to throw it over, and it's just called for double.
So the Badgers now serving. 3 aces as a team. Lopez has one of them. She's serving. Takes a little bit off. O'Brien. Good pass from Tuzzo to O'Brien, rather. And it's Lizzie Carr terminating in the middle for the Wildcats. The Badgers lead is at 12-10 in the second.
Yeah, Tarnow's got her hands full there trying to slow down the Kentucky offense. Some great setting by O'Brien there, just late and quick.
There's Brooklyn delay. Ace off the platform of Flanagan as her attempted pass goes well into the stands past the baseline end line there.
Even though the Badgers have 2 teammates jump topspin serving in practice, Delays is stronger, comes faster.
Simon, line drive pass to Furbringer, and there is Egan snapping one down. A lot of power behind that one from Grace Egan.
That was an elite set by Charlie. Like you said, line drive pass, which means Charlie had to go low for that one. Back set it fast, so the middle blocker couldn't get back over to Egan, and Egan popped it.
Right, it was just blasted right at Charlie, and she's going down to grab it and back sets it. O'Brien, high setup, pipe attack, good by Delay off Bardero in the back row. And the Wildcats pull to within 2. Rather, within 1 on a 60-mile-per-hour attack from the back row from Delay.
Yeah, those 3 Badger blockers had to deal with 4 offensive players coming at them, and Delay just, they're focusing on the player in front of them, and all of a sudden it comes out of the back row quickly.
Tuzzo at Simon, spins it to Furbringer. Right side for Egan, and Egan goes long looking for a touch. It's out of bounds. It's a point to Kentucky. We're tied at 13 in set number 2.
That's one thing we haven't really seen as far as just regular challenges by the coaches. They're not going to pick up the challenge flag or challenge card this year. It's just a C, but I thought maybe that one would have been challenged.
High off the platform of Bardero. Poor pass, but it's over to Flanagan, who finishes for the Badgers on the left pin. And the Badgers freshman now leads the team with 7 kills. In fact, leads all players in this match with 7.
She kind of looks like a freshman, but plays like an upperclassman for sure. Very comfortable out there.
Egan looking to the right back corner. Tuzzo, great pass. Right side, Gardy finishes with the right hand. Morgan Gardy now has 7 kills without an error off 10 swings and a 700 hitting percentage.
Yeah, Gardy's 6'5". Like you said before, Notre Dame transfer. Just went over the top of the block high seam to the cross court.
We're now tied at 14. Kentucky leads this best of 5, 1-0. Serving from zone 5, the Wildcats go to the right back at Egan. Furbringer, tight setup for Flanagan, pounded at Tuzzo. Kentucky goes to Thigpen, scooped up by Bardero. Flanagan, high tip up and over. Thigpen near the 10-foot line with the save. Delay, good off of Bardero near the middle back, and another fastball from Brooklyn Delay gives Kentucky now a 15-14 advantage. And we've reached the media timeout here in set number 2 with third-ranked Kentucky leading the number 6 Badgers 1-0. We're in the second. It's Kentucky 15, Wisconsin 14 on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
It's well known that the boss at the exteriors company is a perfectionist.
It's a gift.
He not only oversees every job, he inspects each aspect of the operation to get to the root of what your project will actually need to be long-lasting.
Call 960-ROOF.
Oh, he's proud of all the reviews.
What can I say? Take a look.
The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise.
In volleyball, a great performance starts with being ready for anything. The same goes for your vehicle. At Conant Automotive in Stoughton, ASE certified technicians service all makes and models, from routine maintenance to brakes, diagnostics, engine repairs, and more. Plus, qualifying repairs are backed by a 36-month, 36,000-mile warranty. So, when your vehicle needs a little help getting back in the game, trust the team that's ready to serve. Conant Automotive in Stoughton. Visit ConantAuto.com.
15-14, number 3 Kentucky leading number 6 Wisconsin here. First match of the 2026 season for the Badgers, and Wildcats won the opening set by 5. So far in this set, Kentucky now hitting .435 as a team with 11 kills off 23 swings and 1 error. The Badgers .286 in the set, 8 kills, 2 errors off 21 attacks. But overall in this match, Pete, Kentucky has just 3 hitting errors and 26 kills as a team.
Yeah, and both Badger outsides each have 3 hitting errors. Thus the difference in their hitting team percentages.
Yeah, it's Audrey Flanagan, 7 kills with 3 errors, and Ava Travis, 6 kills with 3 errors. So following the media timeout, it'll be Kentucky right to left with the serve. Short one, into the net. Ward goes into the net for a service error. And Wisconsin and Kentucky are knotted at 15. Audrey Flanagan in the back row now, serving for the UW. Part of that highly ranked recruiting class for the Badgers this season. At least one case, number 1 ranking, according to one of the outlets. Here's O'Brien, slide to attack over to the right side, dug by Wisconsin. High setup. Travis tools the block. No, got stuffed.
Yeah, it got blocked and then landed back on her back, I believe. So great swing, just couldn't get herself out of the way.
Yep, came back, got her shoulder. 16-15 Kentucky. Cats serving. Big Pen goes long. So that service error, number 5 tonight from the Wildcats, puts Wisconsin and Kentucky again tied at 16 now. Here's Kristen Simon, serving from the right back for the Badgers. Right hand across. O'Brien waiting for the pass, sets it right side on the slide. Popped up by Egan. Furbringer backwards bumps that over to Travis on the far side of the court. Pancake save by Tuzzo. 2-hand shove by DeLay. Badgers near the net. A bump set to Travis from the 10-foot line that goes long.
That should be a challenge there. It sure seemed like that ball hit the ground and it was not a pancake by Kentucky.
And we'll see if Kelly Sheffield will in fact challenge that pancake save from Tuzzo. Has not done it yet.
The staff on the bench are all saying, they're pointing to the ground saying it was down.
And now Charlie Furbringer up near the up official. And I think we're going to have a challenge, yep. Kelly Sheffield gives the C with his hand that tells the officials that he wants a challenge. And we're going to get a replay, hopefully, of how that looked and whether or not Tuzzo got her hand underneath that ball. So right now it's 17-16 Kentucky. They get the point after the Travis hitting error. But they're taking a look at it. Remember, on the bench this season, trying to get a still shot of whether or not that was down.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was down.
It was down? Yeah, that was down. I think Wisconsin's going to win that challenge. Wait till they make it official. And the Badgers will win the challenge. 2-point swing, and now Wisconsin leads by a single point at 17-16. I was going to say on the bench, they do have those iPads. This season, they do have those iPads on the bench, Pete, where they can quickly try to look at a play and whether or not they want to review it. Now, they have to do it within the window of the 8 seconds between the point and the next serve. And now Craig Skinner is having a word with the first referee.
Yeah, and I think part of that, Sheffield was up and Charlie was up talking to the up official.
Kind of delaying a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
they were. So that might be what Kentucky's saying right now. Is like, hey, he needed to make that challenge call faster. And another difference we're seeing here now is that the up official, the first official, is near the benches, where in the past they've been on the opposite side. But for this tournament, they're like professional teams love volleyball Madison. It's on the same side.
And I don't know if I thought we had the final word that it was down. And now perhaps Skinner was saying take a look at something else in the play.
Maybe something happened before that.
Yeah, I think they're looking at whether or not the Badger was in the net now.
Yeah.
So very crafty move by Craig Skinner in his 22nd season. Okay, you're going to challenge that. We had some time to look at that as well. We'll challenge this. And so now they're looking at whether or not Wisconsin, I believe, was in the net. And I think they were, based on a quick replay. As I look over the shoulder of the replay here at Fiserv.
Handy, we don't always get to be next to that.
I saw the net move. I saw a
Right
Badger
there.
in the
shaking. The camera's shaking up there.
It's shaking. That's right.
What's shaking, Bacon? That's the question.
So now, back-to-back challenges. First from Wisconsin, they won it.
Skinner's laughing. Sheffield's laughing. Both Ball State grads. They've known each other since they were young and coached like junior high teams together in Muncie, Indiana.
They both gave each other. Kelly walked away, gave him the wave with the hand, like get out of here. And then as Kelly was walking away, Skinner was walking away doing the same thing. So was Wisconsin in the net is the question now on the back-to-back challenges.
There was some hair flop in there. When the hair hits the net, it's not. Let's see, right? They're showing us a pretty good replay. Here we go.
I think this is the one I saw.
Yeah. It looks like an elbow.
Yep.
Kentucky gets it.
So Kentucky gets it. So let's flip the score. Let's flip the score back to 17-16 Kentucky.
So Sheffield challenged and got his challenge, so he doesn't lose a challenge.
Correct. So he won the challenge.
But he lost the point.
But he lost the point, yes.
That's rare to see that. I mean, we've never seen it before.
No.
I don't know if we'll ever see that again. Two opposite challenges on the same play, both approved.
Here's Covell to serve. Right hand over. Goes to Egan. Steers it up front to Furbringer. Great pass over to Travis. Left side. Great set. And a great finish. Ava Travis ties the second set at 17.
Yeah, Travis has got a really high reach and a snap up there. So she really extends, even though she's not a super tall player. She finds the top of the block really well. She has really good vision.
Here's Furbringer. Serving from zone one, left to right. Kentucky runs it to the right side, and it's Carr on the slide attack, finishing for the Wildcats, who lead it by 1 in the second set.
Yeah, Badger's a little slow closing the block there on the slide, and she just found the seam. Nice swing.
18-17 Kentucky, second set. The Wildcats won the first by 5. Goes to Egan, high pass finds Furbringer in the pocket. Flanagan back row attack, dug by the Wildcats. High bump set, delay, wait, sport. Swings into the Badgers block. And here comes Wisconsin now. Offside, Egan blocked by the Wildcats. It's Carr and Gardy for the Wildcats' 6th block of this match, 19-17 Kentucky.
Yeah, the set was a little bit inside. I think it was intentional, but a little bit tight also. Grace really didn't have anywhere to go. She hit that ball, and when it left her hand, it had 3 inches to go to the Kentucky block, and she got roofed right down on her head.
Timeout, Kelly Sheffield. He takes a 30-second timeout late in the second, so that gives us time to pause 10 seconds for a station ID, 10 seconds for a legal ID. This is Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball.
This is Badger basketball coach Greg Gard.
Wisconsin wins the Big Ten!
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
I'm John Audius. He's Pete Waite here at the AVCA First Serve in Milwaukee, Wisconsin at Fiserv Forum. Kentucky won the opening set 25-20, and now the Wildcats lead by 2 as we get late in the second at 19-17 in a rematch of last year's Final Four that saw The Cats beat the Badgers in 5 sets by 2 to advance to the national championship match. Kentucky would fall short to Texas A&M, the eventual winner last season, who, by the way, lost their opening match, the first match of the 2026 season officially, in 4 sets to Louisville, and that's the team, number 7 Louisville, that the Badgers get tomorrow afternoon in less than 24 hours. So here we go, following the timeout. Short serve, Egan has to run up to dive and save it. Tarnow in the middle, finishes. Lenny Tarnow, right hand rip, and it's 19-18.
That's really good to see. Charlie has a lot of trust in her, even though she's new on the court with the team, but she hammered that ball into that size at 6'5". She just cut it back to her left and pounded it off the right back defender's shoulder.
Second kill for Tarnow off 6 attempts. Lopez, top spin to the right back. Kentucky on the attack middle. Pushed over by Carr. Right there, Furbringer. So Simon will set. Left side, Flanagan pops it deep. Was there a touch? There was not. Entire Badgers team wanting that touch call. They won't get it. And Kentucky has reached the red zone, 20-18.
Yeah, nice try tooling off the top of the block. It seemed like she just missed it by an inch or two.
And so we'll see Brooklyn Delay with her hard jump topspin serve from zone 1. Took a little bit off it. Bardero low to receive, and a good pass finds Furbringer, and Tarnow thunders one down for her 3rd kill, and the Badgers trail by 1.
Yeah, Charlie actually got pushed forward past center court, and then Tarnow stayed behind her and just did a little wrist away. The block was right in the middle of the court. She did a wrist away around it and scored. Very smart.
And now Tarnow will serve. Right hand floats it to Tuzzo, middle back. O'Brien high set up to the right. Little roll shot doesn't clear the net from Gardy. So Wisconsin, with Tarnow serving, ties it at 20.
Yeah, not a great pass and not a great set. The right side had to back up to about the 8-foot line, tried to off-speed it just to get it over. Never even made it to the net.
Lenny Tarnow, who attended Wisconsin volleyball camp since the age of 9, playing in her first college match. Kentucky attacks Gardy, good. Right side attack from the transfer from Notre Dame, who gives her team a 21-20 lead. Last season for the Irish, up over 4.6 kills per set. And an honorable mention All-American last season for the Fighting Irish. Here's Tuzzo. Out of bounds, deep. Service error number 6 from the Wildcats tonight. And down the stretch they come, even at 21.
Mentioned Tarnow coming from such a young age to camp. Went to Bennett High School, same as Haggerty. Molly Haggerty's same school, so she probably followed Molly's career through college.
Simon into the net with her jump topspin, and that's the 5th Badger service error of the match. Kentucky back on top by a single point.
Yeah, Egan had a pretty good run of her serves the last time around, but missing the first one at this point of the match is a little tough.
There's Trinity Ward out of Louisville, Kentucky. Last season played 58 sets for the Wildcats, had 13 aces. The team up by 1, late second. Simon, serve receive, up front to Furbringer. Setting left pin, down the line it's good for Flanagan. Down the right sideline of Kentucky.
Oh, that's a great shot, good pass by Simon. I think it almost seemed like it was going out of bounds. Wow, look at that.
Just right on the line. Most of it out, some of it in. 22-22.
Just enough.
Critical point of this match here is the Badgers are in danger of going down 0-2 to Kentucky. This one skims the top of the tape from the Flanagan serve. Back row attack by the Cats. Dig there by Simon. Left side, Travis. Got a block touch. Tuzzo picks it up. Big pin. Back over to Kentucky. They'll try the back row delay. Good. Off the block of August near the middle, and it's down to the floor. Kentucky 2 away from a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, August was there. She reached to her right, but still Delay just hit it hard enough to knock her hand back and get it down to the ground.
Here's Thigpen serving for the Wildcats. From the middle of the end line, back row at Egan. Perfect pass to Furbringer, right side at Gus. Wallops on one, overpass. Furbringer checks the defense, sets to the left pin, and a no-doubter from Ava Travis. She'll swat it down to the back court, 23-23.
Augusta's doing so well offensively that Charlie ran her behind, but that was the fake and went to the outside, and then had a one-on-one on the outside, and Travis just crushed it.
8th kill now for Travis in this match. Simon pounds it over at Tuzzo. Great pass to O'Brien. Left side delay. Powerful shot. Saved by Flanagan. It's near the net. Left hand tip out by Travis outside the antenna. She tipped it. And that'll be a point to Kentucky, even at 23, late second.
Right, Flanagan can touch some balls in the back row, that's for sure. She popped that baby up again, sprawling out to her side.
Yeah, Flanagan passed a 2-2-4 against Butler. Really good passer. Kelly Sheffield's really impressed with her passing. There's a tip by Travis. It's saved by Kentucky, played off the net, but they're going to say it touched the floor, and we might see a challenge.
Either that or the second contact hit the antenna because they hit it off the net, but our view, it's hard to see. It's on the far side of the court. That would have been out also.
No challenge from Craig Skinner in Kentucky. We're tied at 24. We're going to play extra points now in the second with the Wildcats up 1-0. There's Furbringer, Wisconsin's setter. First team all Big Ten last year, despite playing in just half the matches of the conference season with a right shoulder injury off the top of the tape. Delay, good on serve receive. Pound in the middle by Carr, it's good off the Badgers defense, and it's set point in the second for the Wildcats.
Yeah, nice serve by Charlie. Just clipped the tape enough to slow it down a little bit for Kentucky. Passed it well, got the ball to Carr in the middle, and at 6'6", just chopped it to the left around Tarnow.
14 ties thus far in this second set. Kentucky serving on set point. Handled by Simon. Tight pass, overpass. Kentucky finishes the second. It's Lizzie Carr cleaning up the overpass from Kristen Simon. 26-24 the Cats. And Kentucky leads 2-0.
Boy, the Badgers were right on the verge there. I thought they had them, but again, the serving of Kentucky, some short, some long, some seams. But the Badgers are struggling just a little bit. Not a lot, but just a little bit to make that difference of the 2-point win.
And we've reached the intermission here from Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Third-ranked Kentucky leads sixth-ranked Wisconsin 2-0. Jesse Nelson will have an intermission update for you coming up next on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
Hey, it's John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. Come in and discover the high standards, classic traditions, honesty, integrity, and elegance when you walk through our doors. For over 90 years, customers have returned again and again to our warm boutique setting. Trust me, because I've been there for over 40 of them. Whether it's time to come back or your first time in, stop by Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street today. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Are you starting college, moving to a new apartment, or just looking to create a new vibe in your college living? Make IKEA your first stop for everything you need to create a college space that's all you. Whether you're looking to add color with cozy bedding, organize your dorm with smart storage solutions, or find that perfect sleeper sofa for those weekend visits, IKEA has your college life covered. And verified college students get 15% off when they sign up for IKEA Family. It's free and packed with rewards. So go grab your roommate and head to IKEA Oak Creek or shop online at IKEA.us or the IKEA app.
Wisconsin down 2-0 at the AVCA First Serve, opening up the college volleyball season. I'm Jesse Nelson in the Everlight Solar Studio at ESPN Madison. This intermission report is brought to you by Unsportsmanlike on ESPN Radio. Start your day with Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, Packers fan Michelle Smallman, UW-Madison alum Evan Cohen, weekday morning starting at 5 a.m. on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Kentucky takes set one 25-20, and then an extra points, back-to-back kills by Lizzie Carr, who now has 7 in the match, helped finish Kentucky 26-24. They take set 2. Kentucky with a 2-0 lead. They're out hitting Wisconsin 431-240 through the first 2 sets of the season. Ava Travis, the transfer, a senior, leads the way for Wisconsin with 9 kills. Audrey Flanagan, a freshman, with 8. Then Jayla Auguste, the transfer from Florida, with 6 for Wisconsin. But again, not a lot much doing offensively here for Wisconsin so far tonight. They're still finding the rhythm. A lot of new players on this team. 11 new players overall, including 9 freshmen
on Wisconsin's squad here in 2026. They still enter the season as the 6th-ranked team in the country, and they're part of the AVCA First Serve, featuring a bunch of some of the top-ranked teams in the country. Earlier today, 7th-ranked Louisville defeating 8th-ranked Texas A&M, the defending national champions, in 4 sets. You know, Kentucky and Wisconsin, 3 versus 6 going on right now. Tomorrow afternoon, 7th-ranked Louisville and 6th-ranked Wisconsin, 3 o'clock First Serve at Fiserv Forum. 6 o'clock tomorrow night, 12th-ranked Arizona State and number 2 Texas make their season debuts. Sunday afternoon at noon, 8th-ranked Texas A&M back in action against number 11 SMU. And Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock, 4th-ranked Pittsburgh and number 3 Kentucky. What a match that's going to be on Sunday afternoon at Fiserv Forum. The volleyball continues all weekend long, even when Wisconsin's all wrapped up playing. And then it finishes on Monday, 4th-ranked Pittsburgh against Xavier at 5 o'clock. And at 7 o'clock, number 2 Texas against Marquette. That's the rest of the weekend docket. We'll be back tomorrow, 3 o'clock First Serve. Pre-game coverage starts at 2:30 here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. Set 3 coming up. Does Wisconsin have a comeback in them? We'll find out. John and Pete have the call next on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
It takes a team to meet just about any goal, and that's as true on the football field as it is in the office. So it's good to know that you have the Gordon Flesch Company on your side. For more than 60 years, GFC has provided cutting-edge office technology for companies of all sizes, and as the nation's largest Canon dealer, GFC delivers the latest office technology, service, and is supported by the most experienced professionals in the industry. That's business technology managed. Visit gflesh.com to learn more.
We know the sound of a packed house, that feeling before the first serve, the roar after the first point. And we love what happens when Madison gets behind their teams. Hey, it's Mimi Collier, former Wisconsin Badger and newest addition to Love Madison, Wisconsin's professional volleyball team. Now is your chance to guarantee the best seats for every home game. Place a single $100 deposit to secure your 2027 membership and never miss a moment. Come be a part of Love Madison this season. Check out lovbmad.com to learn more.
Ties, 4 lead changes, but 3rd-ranked Kentucky comes out on top over the number 6 Badgers in the second set, 26-24. Kentucky with another set up over 400, Pete, offensively. First set, they hit near 450. Second set, they hit 417 with 17 kills and just 2 errors, while Wisconsin had 14 kills, 5 errors, and a 273 attack percentage. And in this match, Kentucky offensively, just 4 hitting errors.
Yeah, and digs and blocks are pretty similar. So you're looking at serve, receive, and the hitting errors, which sometimes are caused by the better serving and the poor passing. Not as good passing. I shouldn't say poor. The Badgers still passing well. They only lost by 2 in extra points. So a really good game that time.
Leading attackers for Wisconsin, Travis has 9 kills, hitting 217. Flanagan 8 kills with a 182 mark. And then the middle blocker, Auguste, has 6 kills and a couple of blocks. And then for Kentucky, it's Brooklyn DeLay, 8 kills, no errors, 381. And then it's Morgan Gardy, who has 8 kills with 1 error. Those two, well, and then add Lizzie Carr, the middle, is 7 with none. And that's a bunch of kills with just 1 hitting error between those 3 players. What is that, 23 kills and 1 error?
Yeah,
tough to beat.
It is. You know, for the Badgers, middle blocker-wise, we've seen Tarnow going for Wardlow. Wardlow started the match, but stayed in there a little while, and then Sheffield felt she back in.
No, and just keep going.
Felt that Tarnow was going to do a little better job, and she has been a little more offensive and gotten her hands on a few blocks.
I was going to say, new libero now for the Badgers. Anna Bardero has put on the libero jersey for Kristen Simon, so Kelly Sheffield switching some things up here at the start of the 3rd set with his team down 2-0. So Bardero will be the libero. She comes from Italy, where Kelly Sheffield says she's a very good passer and an experienced libero. Had 9 digs in the, not in the alumni match, in the exhibition match against Butler, had 11 digs and was perfect on serve receive in that alumni match in her 2 exhibitions. So here's Simon at DS serving. Kentucky overpass. They meet in the middle with a joust and a net violation against the Wildcats, and has Wisconsin up 1-0 to start the third.
Yeah, nice serve by Simon that time to start out this set. Forcing the overpass. Served it straight down the line.
Here's Simon again. From zone 1, right hand zips it over. O'Brien over to Delay, and she's got another one. That's number 9 tonight.
Yeah, Simon seems a little more punch in her serve. You mentioned that too. It just seems a little stronger than last year, which is good.
Brooklyn Delay keeps putting on her show here tonight. They've actually adjusted that back down to 8 kills. Not sure why, but say 8. Simon, great pass to Furbringer, back setting. Here's Lopez now playing in the front row with the attack. Kentucky tips it back over. Wisconsin tries the near side pin. That's Flanagan. Back to the Badgers. Flanagan again, left side, rolls a shot up and over the block. Tuzzo dives and saves. Delay has to set it over. Free ball, Wisconsin. Furbringer tracks it, sets it Lopez. A missile back row at Tuzzo, who picks it up. Delay on the right, turns on it and got it. Check it, I think that was Gardy actually with the kill on the right side rather. And Gardy with that fireball makes it 1-1.
Yeah, it's nice to see Lopez on the right. We switched sub Grace for Grace, but Lopez as a lefty is a little different look. Nice fast arm.
Yeah, Egan was 3 kills, 3 errors. Short serve by O'Brien, handled by Tarno. Furbringer sets left side. Flanagan hangs and bangs one, out of bounds. 5th hitting error from Flanagan. Score correction now, Kentucky 3, Wisconsin 1. Third set here at Fiserv Forum at the Jeep AVCA First Serve. And here come the Cats left to right with their serve. 2 teams switching sides after set 2. There's Tarno in the middle going wide. Not the best start for Wisconsin. It's a 4-0 Wildcats run.
Yeah, Charlie got pulled forward again and tried to find Tarno coming from the right front position, 10-foot line behind her, but Tarno just cut it left and out of bounds.
O'Brien, short serve, handled by Simon, pops it up front. Tarno, big right hand that time, finishes. Lenny Tarno crunches a kill, and the Badgers stop a 4-0 Kentucky run.
Yeah, for those plays and this one right here, right now, looking at the Badgers side of the net, there are only 2 players that were on the court for the Badgers last year. So they've got a lot to learn and improve on and just get used to each other.
O'Brien setting up to the right pin for Delay. Bardero handles. Middle, August flips it over. There's O'Brien. Bump set, it's tight, it's over. It's pushed back by Lopez. It's back over to the Badgers on an overdig. Now Flanagan winds up, right hand. Big Pen has it. Middle attack, pushed over Carr, diving dig by Simon. Here's Flanagan on the near side, a tip and another save. Longest rally of the night. Left side, Gardy bangs on one right there. Simon waiting for it. Lopez got roofed. Block Kentucky. Oh my. It's Gardy right there.
That was a great rally, really fun to watch. A lot of great defense. Bodies flying all over the place, but still good control. And then on the right side, Lopez tried to go hard cross court, but just got roofed.
5-2 Kentucky in the third. They're up 2-0. Fastball over at Simon. Here's Lopez reaching and converting from the right pin. Grace Lopez makes it 5-3, her first kill as a Wisconsin Badger.
And Grace, Furbringer as a veteran setter went right back to Lopez, even though she had just got roofed. Went back to her again, let her score, get her confidence.
Now Lopez serving. Back row at Tuzzo in the middle back. Right pin attack, good by Gardy. She'll bounce it to the floor. Gardy records her 10th kill. It's 6-3 Kentucky.
Yeah, that was a good pickup by Kentucky in the offseason. Really can help them on the right side there.
And now the Wildcats libero, Molly Tuzzo, is back to serve. All SEC second team pick last season. Goes to Simon, tight pass, Furbringer turns on it. A joust back over to the Badgers. Now Flanagan adjusts and attacks and bangs it off the block up front and down. Point Wisconsin.
Yeah, nice swing by Flanagan on the left side there. Good play out of system set by Egan. 9 kills for Flanagan now with 5 errors.
And now she's serving. Wisconsin freshman Audrey Flanagan, right hand, sends it down the left sideline of Kentucky. Set goes to the left pin. It's Thigpen. And it goes over and out of bounds from Flanagan's dig attempts. Kind of used her hands in a different way.
Yeah, a little overhead tomahawk kind of a swing. Went
Now,
off the top of the block, and she did all she could to jump up and bring it back in play. But really, you can do an open hand, almost more of a beach dig, which coming out of California. A lot more beach play out there.
yeah, Miracosta High School. Same high school as Charlie Furbringer. And there's an ace by Kentucky. Travis and Bardero maybe got their something mixed up there on serve receive. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I think the ball floated from middle of the court to the little more to the left of Badero, and it was in the seam. It was a really nice serve.
8-4 Kentucky. Here's Ward. Bardero has to dive on serve receive inside the 10-foot line, and then the set goes to Ava Travis, who has enough to get it over and down. Kentucky up by 3 in the third, 8-5.
Yeah, very tough, super short serve. Bardero came in there and was probably about the 4-foot line when she popped it up, but made it settable. Nice set to the outside. Travis gets the score.
So Ava Travis double figures in kills now. She has 10 kills off 24 attack attempts and 4 hitting errors, and now another freshman in for the first time for Wisconsin. It's the 5'8" freshman setter Isabel Hoppy, who will be a serving specialist here for the Badgers, down by 3 in the third. Down the sideline, off the platform with Thigpen. She comes in and gets her first career ace.
How impressive is that? You're sitting for an hour and a half after the match started. You haven't done a thing. You get out there and you get an ace.
Pulls Wisconsin to within 2. Here's Hoppy. Serving from the right back. Right hand, that one touches the net. Tuzzo overpass, joust, Tarno almost won it. Saved by Kentucky, free ball to Wisconsin. Furbringer setting, Pike, Flanagan, bombed at delay but picked up. O'Brien, long string to Thigpen down the line, and it's out of bounds. Another point for the Badgers, and they're creeping back in the third. It's 8-7.
Well, how impressive is this as a serving specialist coming in and getting an ace, and then an overpass, and then they get the point, and just one down now.
2 excellent serves so far from Hoppy. Third one finds Tuzzo, a little bit off to the right with that pass. Back row is delay. Saved by Wisconsin. Chased down out of bounds by Hoppy and a backwards bump set. And then Tarno with a backwards bump over to Kentucky. Back row delay. Snaps one down to the right sideline, and that was quick. 9-7 Kentucky. Fast arm. Delivers it right on the line.
The quality of the video replays is amazing.
Top notch.
You can see the seam on the ball as it goes by. The ball collapses a little bit as it hits the ground.
Thigpen serving. Left to right. Flanagan's pass. Shank to the right. Bardero sets. Travis, left side. Yes. Cracks it off the block. Wisconsin down by 1. 9-8. We're in the third. Kentucky leads 2-0 in this match.
Yeah, the Badgers did a good job just bettering the ball. Not a great pass, but a good set to the outside. Nice swing off the edge of the block.
Here's Furbringer back to serve for Wisconsin. Preseason all Big Ten selection. Short serve at the 10-foot line. Kentucky retrieves it left side, and that's delay down the line for another one. Brooklyn delay, Morgan, Gardy. Those two so far unstoppable for Kentucky. A total of 20 kills and 1 error between the two of them. They have 20 of the 38 Kentucky kills.
There's no delay in delay. She has 10 kills, no error, hitting 400.
Overpass off the Covell serve. Kentucky grabs it again. Bad set. Bumped over by delay. Now Furbringer setting the pipe. Flanagan with the slam. Popped up by Kentucky. Delay gets blocked by Tarno. Big Bucky block by the Badgers freshman. Wisconsin down 1.
Yeah, nice back row attack by Flanagan, but nice defensive play by Kentucky. But then at the end, it was Tarno who just reached out there, penetrated nicely, sealed the block on the cross-court shot. Excellent block, and gave delay her first hitting error.
4th block of the match for the Badgers. First for Tarno. And you're right, that's the first hitting error from delay, and it took until early third set to get there. And now, I'm not sure what's going on with the subs for Wisconsin. A little bit of a traffic jam there.
I'm not sure either.
So Travis out along with Egan, and Kristen Simon comes in to serve. 10-9 Kentucky lead. Third set. Simon. Short serve past the 10-foot line. Slide, Carr, off the block, yes. Tool in that block. We've talked about delay and Gardy for Kentucky. Well, Carr now has 8 kills without an error.
And difference in errors for the match. 6 hitting errors for Kentucky, 15 for the Badgers.
Big difference there. On the stat sheet, O'Brien goes cross court, tight pass by Simon. Set goes to Tarnow, and Tarnow drives one for a kill.
Tarnow with her 6th kill, only 1 error. Doing very well for the Badgers offensively.
Bardero will serve. Serving from the left back, and that one goes right into the net. Service error number 6 tonight from Wisconsin. They do have 4 aces as a team, and they trail national runner-up Kentucky by 2, 12-10 in the third. Here's delay. Jump topspin handled by Bardero. Gus will set. Flanagan goes well wide, cross court toward the opposite sideline.
Yeah, that did not go well. Initial bad pass by Bardero, and then August set that ball actually outside, right? It got from bad to worse.
Delay goes off the top of the net, and it goes out of bounds. 13-11 Kentucky. Now we'll see the jump topspin from Grace Egan. Tonight, 3 kills, 4 errors. She does have 2 service aces, half the Badgers' aces tonight. That one sails out of bounds. Kentucky leads by 3. 14-11 as we approach the midway point of set number 3 with the Wildcats up 2-zip in the match. Here's Tuzzo. Runs out to the end line, sends it over at Bardero. Perfect pass, slide to August, pops off the block. Somehow kept alive by Kentucky. They'll touch it over, played off the net by Furbringer. Flanagan chases it down, backwards bump, back to the Cats. O'Brien to delay, back row to the corner and in. Kentucky has its largest lead of the set. It's at 4.
It looked like the ball was going to go down on Kentucky's side, but they really scrambled, popped that ball back up, and then delayed it, just crushed it. It was on the back right she swung, or middle back, and just went to the left corner. And Coach Sheffield thought it was out. The officials thought it was in.
15-11 Kentucky at the media timeout here in set number 3 with the Wildcats leading the Badgers 2-0. In the third, it's Kentucky 15, Wisconsin 11 on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
As a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, Steinhoffels knows a good season starts with a great night's sleep. That's why Steinhoffels has all the best mattress brands and an exclusive Discover Your Sleep system that takes the guesswork out of finding the perfect fit for you. And with free delivery, plus Steinhoffels' 120-night sleep guarantee, you can rest easy knowing you made the right call. Sleep better all season long. Steinhoffels, born and bred in Wisconsin, just like the Badgers.
Molly Brown here, and if you need room for everything life throws your way, meet the 2026 Kia Carnival at Metro Kia of Madison. Right now, well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR financing for up to 48 months on a new 26 Carnival using Kia Finance. That's just $21.65 per month for every $1,000 financed for 48 months with no down payment required. Offer ends August 31st and is subject to credit approval, vehicle availability, and dealer participation. See Metro Kia for complete details.
At the AVCA First Serve Showcase in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm John Audius, and he's Pete Wade, and I wish I had better news, but third-ranked Kentucky leads number 6 Wisconsin 2-0, and now The Wildcats have a 4-point lead in the third set midway through it, 15-11. Kentucky has hit up over 400 the entire match, near 450 in the first. They hit 417 in the second, and Pete, they're hitting 429 now in the third.
The stats don't lie, and it's been kind of easy to watch. Kentucky's just been a little bit more control of their game, but it was really kind of what we expected also, with so many more veterans returning than the Badgers had. The Badgers, at times, like I said, have had 4 players on the court sometimes that were not on the team last year.
Here's Tuzzo following the timeout to Simon. Up front to Furbringer, left hand over. O'Brien with the stop. Now it's near the net. It's tipped over by the Cats. Wisconsin runs the slide. It's a gust, and she'll power tip it over near the 10-foot line. And Jayla Gust now has 7 kills for Wisconsin, but the Badgers trail by 3.
Yeah, the Badgers are battling. Don't count them out. They're used to coming back. That's the attitude they have.
The connection with Furbringer and Augusta has been pretty elite. 7 kills, 13 swings, 1 error for Augusta, and a .462 hitting percentage. Here's Audrey Flanagan. From zone 1. Goes to the middle back of Kentucky. O'Brien, quick set, middle, and getting stopped at the net is the Kentucky attacker Kennedy Washington. Badgers block, and they trailed by 2.
Yeah, it looked like O'Brien just set her too low. It was almost under the net, and she couldn't get it over. But good job by the Badger block, just getting her hands up there, making sure.
Wisconsin now hitting 174 in the set. Kentucky 312. Flanagan sails it out of bounds past the end line. Service error number 8 tonight as a team for the Badgers. 16-13 Kentucky. Here comes Ward from the Kentucky bench into serve. Head coach Craig Skinner all time against Wisconsin, 1-4. That lone win, of course, last season in the National Semifinal in 5 sets to advance to the championship match. And right now, looking good, up 2-zip. Out of system, Wisconsin on serve receive. Travis into the block stop. Washington and O'Brien team up for Kentucky's 8th block of the match.
Yeah, that time Kentucky served. Flanagan kind of picking on the freshman over there. She's in the right back. They went short, 10-foot line. She had to go down to her knees and slide out to pop it up, just keep it in play. And then the block knew dude was going to go to the outside.
Rainbow serve up and over by Ward. Long string set, Furbringer to Travis. A tip down the right sideline. Kentucky underneath it. And then from the left side, it's good deep near the end line by Thigpen.
I'm only laughing because Coach Sheffield's standing right on the end line. The ball hits the ground. He puts his hand up out of bounds, and the refs go, it's in bounds.
Nope.
It's just kind of the habit of a coach saying, make the call for my team.
Timeout Wisconsin, 18-13 Kentucky in the third on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
At Hooper Service, your comfort is important. From keeping you cozy warm to comfy cool with the ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System. Plus, join our Home Comfort Priority Plan and keep your air conditioner and furnace running at peak performance year after year. Enjoy priority service and extra savings that really add up. Hooper is here with 24-hour heating, cooling, plumbing, and fire protection service for your home and business. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Hooper.
We won't tell you every season is perfect. If you like baseball, you know better. At Starry & Bank, we know things don't always go as planned. That's why our decisions are made locally. Because business isn't just about the big moments, it's about showing up every day. Starry & Bank, built for the long game. Built for Milwaukee baseball fans. Visit starryandbank.com to get started.
18-13, Kentucky leads Wisconsin in the third set. The Wildcats lead the Badgers 2-0. First match of the 2026 season. And following the 32nd timeout by the Badgers, here's Kentucky. Short serve over at Flanagan. Here's a gust off the set from Furbringer. Block touch, and it's picked up by the Cats. Out to the left. Thigpen tries the power tip. I don't think it cleared the net, but we play on. Now Thigpen again off the Badgers block, and it's down, and we should challenge that because I don't think that cleared the net. Charlie Furbringer immediately said it didn't clear.
It sure didn't look like it, but we're a long ways away from that side. That was the last part.
Yeah, and we're not going to have a challenge. Okay. It sure looked like it didn't.
I agree. Sure. But again, Sheffield's on the other side of the net. We're on the side that we thought it didn't make it over.
Rainbow serve over. Flanagan scoops it up. Steers it up front. Travis blocked. Blocked solo by the setter, Cassie O'Brien. And Kentucky leads by 7, 20-13 in the third.
That's 4 serves in a row that Kentucky has served straight down the line at Flanagan short, making her come up to the ball, which also makes Charlie look backwards for the ball.
20-13 Kentucky in the third. Timeout Wisconsin. Cats up 2-0 in this matchup. We'll be back with more on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
Hi, I'm John Hayes of Goodman's Jewelers. It's hard to imagine, but Goodman's has been the diamond store of Madison since 1933, which means your parents, maybe even your grandparents might have shopped with us. We maintain the same high standards, honesty, and integrity that kept them coming back time and again. Keep their history and our history alive. Shop Goodman's Jewelers today in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. We're online at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's. The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise. From our family to yours, roofing, windows, siding, gutters, and doors. Your solution-based company, community strong, and service that will please. Get a free estimate today. The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise.
Well, I wish I had better news for you Badgers fans, but number 6 Wisconsin is trailing third-ranked Kentucky 2-0. And in the third now, Kentucky's up by 7, and we're late. 20-13 the Wildcats beat. They're on a 5-0 run.
Yeah, and their strategy has stayed the same these last 4 points, going straight down the line of Flanagan, and it's worked. So we'll see. Badgers haven't switched their formation at all. They're just kind of putting her over there on an island, saying, hey, take care of this ball.
Ward, some pace behind it compared to her previous serves. Furbringer setting Travis, tools the block, and it stops the 5-zip run.
And that time it was a little easier serve. Coming out of the timeout, it was a little easier serve for Flanagan to handle. She passed it more center court where Charlie could have 2 options at least and was facing her attacker on the outside there. A nice score by Travis off the block.
Well, Kentucky beat Wisconsin last season in the Final Four. It was their first win against the Badgers since 1992. And now in 2026, they're looking for back-to-back wins. Chop shot, cross-court, sharp, picked up by Travis. She gets it back and gets another kill. Travis up to 13 kills in her Badgers debut, but Wisconsin still trails. They trail it by 5 in the third. It's 20-15.
Yeah, Travis is just a crafty hitter. Just really, that was an inside set. She knew the block was going to come inside. She chopped it down the line a little bit, off the block, and got the score.
Hoppy will serve from zone 1. Deep near the end line, Tuzzo serve receive. O'Brien pulled away from the net. Big Pen with the swing. Dug by Flanagan. From the back row, bump set over to Travis. She gets blocked. In on that was Washington and O'Brien for Kentucky. That's their 10th block. And we're in the third. It's 21-15.
Yeah, that time the big swing by Thigpen on the outside to Flanagan, the middle back. Flanagan kind of dug it straight up, so Charlie had to come off. She had one option to go to. Blockers knew it, got out there on Travis, and just roofed her.
7th hitting error from Travis to go along with those 13 kills. She's hitting 194. Serve receive Flanagan, overpass at delay. To O'Brien, back to delay, and there's the Bucky block. Tarno in on that one, along with Furbringer, 21-16.
Yeah, good job that time. Badgers got the block right back there. Tarno made it out there. I think Charlie got a lot of that. She's very good at setting up the block and giving the block to her middle.
5th Wisconsin block. Madison Quest now into the front row for the Badgers. Furbringer serves. Kentucky picks it up. Delay with a fastball right at Flanagan. It's high near the net. It's pushed down by Kennedy Washington. She hangs in the air, throws it over with 2 hands. 22-16, Kentucky in the third.
Yeah, Delay has that extra punch on the ball that is just hard to contain, and there's just barely an overpass. The defense wants to put it near the net, but not over the net. That time it went over the net, and Tarno kind of lost track of it. Nice sweep down by Kentucky.
Covell leans into that serve. Bardero backpedaling pass off to the right. Travis bumps at. Quest left side, chops at it. Dug by Covell. Kentucky finds Delay. High tip. And a right-handed save by Furbringer with the dive. Out to Travis on the right. Travis goes out with her shot. And Kentucky is 2 points away from a 3-set win.
Yeah, the Badgers are unraveling a little bit right here. Again, they're going to learn from this and get better, but the passing has to improve here.
That's just Kentucky's largest lead of the match at 7. Furbringer checks the defense twice and sets to Tarnow, who powers one down off the defense of Covell on the right back. 23-17, point to the Badgers.
I would think Tarnow is solidifying a spot in the middle position here with what she's come in and done.
And for Tarnow, that's now 7 kills off 13 attacks with 1 error, hitting .462. A couple of blocks, a couple of digs. Kristen Simon will tee it up now. Deep back row, right at Ward. Back set, slide by Carr. Scooped up by Simon. Middle, Tarnow, soft tip, and it finds the floor inside the 10-foot line. And I think you might be right, Pete. That's the 8th kill now for Tarnow.
Yeah. And a really perfect tip. I mean, she had a block straight in front of her, and she tipped it just over the top, kind of a teaser block, right where the right front, left back just could not touch it. It was perfect.
Her Badgers debut. Tarnow now the 3rd leading attacker for Wisconsin tonight. Simon into the net, and we've reached match point here in Milwaukee. Kentucky 24 and Wisconsin 18. And the Wildcats have all sorts of room to finish off the Badgers here, up 24-18. O'Brien sends it to the right back at Simon. Furbringer sets to the right side, and Quest has a hitting error go wide. And the Kentucky Wildcats come to Fiserv Forum and sweep number 6 Wisconsin to start the season.
Well, we got a first look at the Badgers in real time against a top team and a veteran team. And I'll be watching some video and talking about what they can improve on by tomorrow.
Kentucky with its lowest hitting percentage of any set tonight, 269. The Badgers hit under 100, 086. Not typical of this dynamic Badgers team. A season ago set a school record with a 327 hitting percentage. Tonight, overall in the 3 sets, they hit under 200, 191. 25-20 Kentucky in the first, 26-24 the Wildcats in that tight extra points in the second, and then 25-18 Kentucky in the third. And the 3rd-ranked team in the nation ends up with a sweep. And there'll be a little time to think about this one. Not much, because in less than 24 hours, less than 20 hours, Wisconsin is back on the court, where they'll face another top 10 team in 7th-ranked Louisville, who's 1-0 after defeating the defending national champion Texas A&M Aggies in 4 sets. So, coming up on the post-game show, we'll run through these final numbers. We'll hear from Wisconsin's Director of Player Personnel and Development, Gary White. We'll have Jesse Nelson, top plays, a whole lot to get to in the post-match show. Not what we wanted, Badgers fans, to start the season. 3-0 win by Kentucky over Wisconsin. Post-match show starts next on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
In volleyball, a great performance starts with being ready for anything. The same goes for your vehicle. At Conant Automotive in Stoughton, ASE certified technicians service all makes and models, from routine maintenance to brakes, diagnostics, engine repairs, and more. Plus, qualifying repairs are backed by a 36-month, 36,000-mile warranty. So, when your vehicle needs a little help getting back in the game, trust the team that's ready to serve. Conant Automotive in Stoughton. Visit ConantAuto.com.
Hey Madison IKEA fans, great news! IKEA is closer than ever now with 2 Madison pickup points at the University Bookstore on State Street and the Beltline. Order your favorite IKEA products online and pick them up as soon as the next day absolutely free for IKEA family members. That's right, no shipping fees or waiting for deliveries, just the IKEA style you love, ready when you are. Start shopping smarter today at IKEA.us or on the IKEA app and choose the University Bookstore, State Street, or Beltline pickup points. Don't forget to sign up for IKEA Family. It's free to join and gives you access to great deals, rewards, and free Madison pickup.
Looking for something fun to do this fall? Get your friends together and join MSCR on the courts. Jesse Nelson here. Madison School and Community Recreation's adult fall volleyball and basketball leagues are open for registration now. Men's, women's, and all gender leagues are forming with games starting in early October at gyms all around Madison. MSCR leagues are all about community, connection, and having a great time, no matter your skill level. Sign up today at mscrsportsleagues.org. That's mscrsportsleagues.org.
A strong team makes all the difference, and Everlight Solar just expanded theirs. Everlight Solar now offers roofing and exterior services for homeowners dealing with storm damage. From the first call to the final repair, Everlight quickly handles everything under one roof. When your roof takes a hit, you've got a team behind you. Start today at everlightroofing.com. That's everlightroofing.com. Everlight, powering through any storm. A proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
You're listening to Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball, presented by Steinhoffels, across ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by Hooper Corporation.
Wisconsin swept in the opener at Fiserv Forum, the AVCA First Serve. 3-0. Third-ranked Kentucky takes care of business against sixth-ranked Wisconsin. Tonight, post-match show underway. I'm Jesse Nelson in the Everlight Solar studio at ESPN Madison. 25-20 set 1, 26-24 extra points in set 2 in favor of Kentucky. And then they run away with set 3, 25-18. 3-0. Wisconsin blanked in the opener. Kentucky went 23 years between wins against Wisconsin from 1992 to 2025. And now they've beaten the Badgers twice in the span of 8 months in the Final Four last December, and then again here to open up the season in late August. Post-match show underway. We'll go back to Fiserv Forum. John and Pete with some of the final numbers coming up after this on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation, and it definitely shouldn't feel like a game. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin believes in straightforward pricing, honest conversations, and helping homeowners find the right fit for their home. Because a fair final price matters more than some flashy discount. Pella never inflates pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. And when you buy direct through Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, one trusted team handles everything from start to finish. The same company that manufactures your windows and doors is also the one selling, installing, and servicing them with Pella certified installers every step of the way. That means confidence in the process, confidence in the product, and one team standing behind the work from beginning to end. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
This is the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network, presented by Steinhoffels, across ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Fiserv Forum post-game show underway. It's a 3-set win for the third-ranked Kentucky Wildcats over number 6 Wisconsin, 25-20, 26-24, and 25-18. Now joined by Wisconsin's Director of Player Personnel and Development, Gary White, to talk a little bit about this one. Kentucky was up over 400 offensively for most of the match. They finished hitting 380. They had a total of 8 hitting errors, 21 errors from Wisconsin. I thought that was a big difference in the match. What allowed them to be so successful?
Yeah, you saw a lot of experience out of their attackers. Yeah. When you've got DeLay, Garrity, who's played a lot, although it's her first time in the Kentucky system. They had a lot of experience in the front row with Thigpen, the middles, who were both back. I thought they handled the ball really well. They keep balls alive, and you could just tell that they've been playing really well, good defense for a long time together. When you kind of put together last year and this year, you could just tell that they don't let easy balls get to the ground. They make you earn points, and that was one of the things that you could just tell the difference was that they were doing a little bit better job of earning points than we were.
And, we saw a lot of different players out on the court here tonight, including a switch at libero to Ana Bardero. How did you view the roles that everybody had and just the way that they had to come into the match and contribute?
Yeah, you're trying to find sometimes you're trying to find a spark plug because Kentucky was humming, like you were saying. They were hitting really well in the first. So you're trying to find, all right, is there a better way to get a better block up against them? Can we get better touches at the net? Anna, can we get a little bit better passing and ball control in some of our serve receive patterns? And so kind of made that switch there to take a look at that. I mean, our hitters start out, some were kind of hot early and then got cold, and some vice versa. And so you're trying to find new environments. For a lot of our kids, first time playing here, and one in Fiserv, but just first match. I mean, when you talk Audrey's first match, Anna's first match here, I mean, you've got a lot of new players that are trying to learn kind of what it is to play at this level and do it consistently.
I'd say one of those changes was Tarno, when she came in for Wardlow and really did a nice job. 8 kills, 1 error, hitting .500. I mean, talk about her and just the presence she had to come in. I think stabilize things. I think offensively, you had one middle blocker scoring and then one not, and then we got in, and all of a sudden you had 2.
Yeah, I mean, anytime we were kind of setting the quick when we had space, we were doing a really good job of getting on the ball pretty quick. And that's the thing for Lenny. When she's up there and available quick, she's able to get on the ball fast and got past some blocks, which is really nice. Jay had some really nice swings early on the slide, and then kind of we were pulling the ball off a little bit on the net, so it makes it a little bit tougher to kind of get her the ball in good situations. But I mean, proud of Lenny kind of in her first match and getting kind of the rhythm out there. There's still a lot. I mean, for our entire team, there's a lot to be had at the net. I mean, when you're talking blocking and just creating good opportunities defensively, starting with your front court, and just being able to read situations and what is the setter doing in certain tendencies. And as a match evolves, can you learn that without having to have a massive scouting report going in? I mean, it's the first match of the year. You're not going to overanalyze the team because you just don't know what adjustments they may have, whether they've got with Garrity a new right side, or if they're flopping the pins or flopping the middles. You want to kind of control your side of the net first, and that was kind of one of the big focuses, is trying to be in our control if we can.
So Pete mentioned Lenny Tarno, which I thought was a positive for your team. When you look back at this, what can you take away and say, this, we did this okay, we did this right, we're in the right direction here?
That's the fun part of coaching, is you break down the film and you get right back to it and kind of see the things that we were kind of able to exploit. I thought Hoppy did a really good job when she came in and served. We talk about anyone who comes off the bench, find your way to be a game changer, find your way to be a spark plug. Can you, if you're down, can you trim that lead? If you're up, can you expand that lead? And trying to be able to get your mind in a mindset of a killer instinct when you're out on the floor. So I thought she did a really good job when she was coming in. So there's things that you can build on as we go, and then we've got to get better at playing in long rallies. And just how do we handle a ball when it comes off the block? Can we get ourselves right into system rather than just keeping it alive? Can we evolve? And that's kind of the fun part of coaching, is your first match is never where you're going to be at the end of the year, and it's a stepping stone, it's a starting point. And then you break down the film, and we're not bowing down by the opponents that we're about to play. I mean, we're going to play another really good team tomorrow that played really well today. And so kind of can you build on just some little pieces? All right, let's make some small minor adjustments here or there, and then get right back to it, work as a team, and develop.
Talk about the serve receive a little bit. You'll know the numbers. I don't know exactly, but just watching it, there were times 2 out of 3 players were not on the court last year passing next to each other. So that makes a big difference. There were times 4 out of 6 players weren't on the court last year. So there's just a lot of chemistry to be built, moving between people who's taking what ball. So talk about that a little bit, because that makes a big difference. And I think that was a major factor tonight.
Yeah, I mean, in the first set, Kentucky did a really good job of moving the ball around. They tried to keep you off balance by mixing in when they would go deep, when they'd go cross court, when they'd go short. And with what you're talking about there, it's kind of a lot of new passers and being able to be vocal in what is our pattern, what is the responsibilities each of us have. And that's the thing with so many short balls, you're involving your front row. And when you've got a new middle with Lenny or a new middle in our system with Jay, or you kind of got a lot of different pieces. We were passing 2 in certain rotations and trying to get some better patterns for our attackers. So that's an evolving process for our team. We think in the long run we're going to be a pretty good serve receive team as we develop our system, kind of what you're talking to there, Pete, of just how does the system flow together? How do we get to our attack routes based on certain serves? How do we open up opportunities for ourselves? And I think we were picking up the short serve and realizing when it was coming, but we just kept pulling Charlie about 8 to 10 feet off, and it makes it really tough when you've got Lenny and Jay that you can really exploit with good options. But when you bring it that far off, it just limits the range that you can get them the ball.
Final question for you. We're, 17 hours away from the next match, something like that. How does the next 17 hours go for your team in a quick turnaround against a Louisville team that just took down the defending champs for this one?
Yeah, they'll have a little bit more rest than we will between the two teams. We'll get out of here. We'll get some nutrition. We'll meet together as a team to kind of lay out kind of what the next 24 hours will be. We get an opportunity to get in the gym tomorrow to kind of loosen up beforehand, we'll probably have a little bit of a team film sessions on 1 or 2 key points that we want to make sure we really emphasize, or any big adjustments that we want to make heading into the next match. Tight turnaround is it's about getting your body back and ready to go. And there's nothing more important than the nutrition, the recovery, getting some good sleep, getting your mind back, kind of wash what you just did and get right back into the killer mindset that you need to be able to attack your next match.
All right, thanks, Gary.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Gary.
All right, that's Gary White with us here on the post-match show as the Badgers fall in 3 sets to the Kentucky Wildcats here tonight. We'll take a break, come back, and look at the numbers coming up next on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
My dad says locks and cameras help protect buildings, but security is really about protecting people.
Hi, this is Jeffrey Beckman, owner at J&K Security Solutions. Protecting people is at the heart of everything we do. From fire alarms and surveillance systems to access control and intelligent video monitoring, J&K has helped keep homes and businesses safe across southern Wisconsin since 1987. Visit jksecurity.com.
J&K Security Solutions. Security with a personal touch.
It takes a team to meet just about any goal, and that's as true on the football field as it is in the office. So it's good to know that you have the Gordon Flesch Company on your side. For more than 60 years, GFC has provided cutting-edge office technology for companies of all sizes, and as the nation's largest Canon dealer, GFC delivers the latest office technology, service, and is supported by the most experienced professionals in the industry. That's business technology managed. Visit gflesh.com to learn more.
John Audius and Pete Wade with you. Post-match show continues as Wisconsin is now 0-1 to start the season after a 3-set loss to Kentucky. Let's take a look at some of the numbers and kind of how this played off. That first set, we talked about how well Kentucky was hitting tonight, Pete. They hit up near 450 in the first set. There was a key moment, I think, in the match where Wisconsin tried to get back in it. They were down by 5, went on a 4-0 run, and about midway through the first, it was a 15-14 Kentucky lead, but Cats go on to win it by 5. 5 kills from Ava Travis, 5 from Flanagan. Second set, that was the closest Wisconsin got tonight. 14 ties, 4 lead changes, extra points. Kentucky got it, 26-24. Best set for Wisconsin hitting at 273, while Kentucky hit 417, 4 more kills from Ava Travis. That was their opportunity to get back, kind of even it up. And then in the third set, Kentucky just went on a run. They only hit adjusted stat here, they only hit 259, but Wisconsin hit 079. And a big difference there in hitting percentages all night between the teams. But Kentucky had a early 4-0 run after the Badgers got the first point of the third to take a 4-1 lead, and then a big 5-0 run midway through the set made it from a 15-13 Kentucky lead to a 20-13 lead, and they didn't look back after that. How'd you see it play out with the difference, really, I think, in hitting percentage?
Yeah, a lot of it is what Coach White explained as far as Kentucky doing a better job than Wisconsin did as far as picking apart the serve-receive and making them maybe move forward for a ball. Then Charlie comes off the net, then it goes to the outside with only one option and not having the middles as an option, and the block knows where it's going. So I think that just chipped away at the Badgers enough where that's a skill that the Badgers have often had in recent years that they do to other teams. And they just weren't able to do that to Kentucky, but Kentucky did that to them because of, I think, their inexperience, not always as young players, but just inexperience with each other as teammates, side-by-side passing.
Before we continue, let's pause 10 seconds for a station ID. 10 seconds for a station ID. This is Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball.
This is Wisconsin linebacker Mason Posa.
Mason Posa shuts the door!
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona Madison.
Final numbers here, team numbers. Kentucky finishes with 43 kills, just 8 hitting errors, and hits 380 as a team. Compare that to Wisconsin, about even in kills, 42, but the Badgers had 21 hitting errors tonight, and they end up hitting 186 as a team. Assists, 41-39, Wisconsin. Digs, 44-38, Kentucky. At the net, that's another factor. I thought Kentucky's blocking was really good with 10 blocks in 3 sets, Pete, while the Badgers had 5.
But again, those blocks are connected to the serve-receive that the Badgers weren't putting on the net, couldn't run their offense to their middles, just going to the outside, and then the blocks waiting for them. So those are those points, those 10-5 on the blocks.
From behind the service line, 2 aces from the Wildcats with 7 errors. Wisconsin had a total of 4 aces as a team tonight. with 9 service errors. And the Badgers now 0-1 after a 3-set loss to Kentucky. But one Badger in double figures in kills tonight. I'll tell you which newcomer led the way for the Badgers offense tonight when we take a look at the individual numbers next on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
When Wisconsin families think home, they think Steinhoffels. Since 1934, Steinhoffels has helped generations create spaces where life happens, from family gatherings and game day celebrations to a better night's sleep. As a fourth-generation family-run, 100% employee-owned company, Steinhoffels is proud to serve you and your neighbors with quality furniture, mattresses, home decor, and expert design services. Steinhoffels, born and bred in Wisconsin, just like the Badgers, and a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
It's well known that the boss at the exteriors company is a perfectionist.
It's a gift.
He not only oversees every job, he inspects each aspect of the operation to get to the root of what your project will actually need to be long-lasting.
Call 960-ROOF.
Oh, he's proud of all the reviews.
What can I say? Take a look.
The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise.
Molly Brown here, and if you need room for everything life throws your way, meet the 2026 Kia Carnival at Metro Kia of Madison. Right now, well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR financing for up to 48 months on a new 26 Carnival using Kia Finance. That's just $21.65 per month for every $1,000 financed for 48 months with no down payment required. Offer ends August 31st and is subject to credit approval, vehicle availability, and dealer participation. See Metro Kia for complete details.
Hey, it's John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. Come in and discover the high standards, classic traditions, honesty, integrity, and elegance when you walk through our doors. For over 90 years, customers have returned again and again to our warm boutique setting. Trust me, because I've been there for over 40 of them. Whether it's time to come back or your first time in, stop by Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street today. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
Oh, there ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed.
Post-match show continues. John Audius and Pete Waite with you here from Fiserv Forum as Kentucky sweeps Wisconsin in 3 sets in front of 6,738, the attendance here, in a match that took 1 hour and 38 minutes. 6,738, and 99% of those wearing red, or high 90s. Let's take a look at the individual numbers, and this is where the Kentucky numbers just look really gaudy. 12 kills from Brooklyn DeLay. She had 2 hitting errors. I don't think she got her first hitting error till the 3rd, right, when she got blocked.
Yep.
323 hitting percentage with 6 digs and an ace, and that serve by DeLay, just 1 ace, but man, she had the Badgers running at times. Morgan Gardy had 10 kills with 1 error. The transfer from Notre Dame had 529, had 4 blocks, and Lizzie Carr had 8 kills with no errors. The middle blocker hit 571 with 4 blocks. Asia Thigpen, an outside, hit 263 with 7 kills and 8 digs. Their setter, Cassie O'Brien, a sophomore, All-American, 33 assists for the reigning National Freshman of the Year with 9 digs. And then 11 digs from Molly Tuzzo, the libero. So those numbers, especially those offensive numbers, I mean, the first 3 players, 22, 30 kills, 3 errors combined, 30 of the 43 for 3 of those players.
We're kind of used to saying that for the Badgers.
Yes.
And the Badgers middles did do that. 8 kills, 1 error for Tarno, 7 kills, 1 error for August, and really good. But then the outsides, 13 kills, 8 errors, and 9 kills, 6 errors.
Yeah, and that was Ava Travis who led the way, the only Badger in double figures with the 13 kills and the 8 errors, a 156 attack percentage, 3 blocks and 2 digs. Audrey Flanagan in her Wisconsin debut goes 9 kills, 6 errors, and hits under 100. She did have 9 digs. Linny Tarno in the middles, like you just mentioned. So Tarno goes 8 for 14 with an error, hits 500 with 2 blocks, and Jayla August, 7 off of 14 with 1 error, hits 429, also with 2 blocks. The Badger middles, 15 kills, 2 errors. The rest of them had the other, 19 errors. Grace Egan, little slow night for her. 3 kills, 4 errors, hits minus 077. She did lead Wisconsin with 2 aces from behind the service line and had 4 digs. Grace Lopez played a little bit in the front, 4 swings, 1 kill. Also had an ace serving for Wisconsin. Charlie Furbringer misses a double-double by 2 digs. 36 assists, 8 digs, and 1 kill for the Badgers. All Big Ten setter. Isabel Hoppy came in, had an ace for the Badgers in the 3rd set. Kristen Simons started the first 2 sets at libero, had 7 digs and 1 assist overall. Ana Bardero came in the 3rd set to be the Badgers libero. She finishes with 5 digs and 2 assists. Madison Quest had a couple of swings without a kill. Natalie Wardlow, the starting middle, had 1 block, no attempts, no kills, no digs, no zeros across the stat line aside from blocks. So what do you think when you look at those Badgers numbers?
Oh, it says why they lost in 3. I mean, if you can't have your outside scoring when you're out of system, then you're going to be in trouble against a good team like Kentucky. They're phenomenal. So that made a big difference. You know, Egan came out and had a good run of her jump top spin serves for a while, but then after that it was like one and done. And they need those kind of punches off the service line from a few people.
So Wisconsin falls to Kentucky in 3 sets. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap things up from Fiserv Forum. But stick around because Jesse Nelson has more in the studio back in Madison, more of the post-match show to get to, including press conference from Kelly Sheffield. That's coming up a little bit later on. We'll take a break and wrap things up here from this portion of the post-match show next on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
Are you starting college, moving to a new apartment, or just looking to create a new vibe in your college living? Make IKEA your first stop for everything you need to create a college space that's all you. Whether you're looking to add color with cozy bedding, organize your dorm with smart storage solutions, or find that perfect sleeper sofa for those weekend visits, IKEA has your college life covered. And verified college students get 15% off when they sign up for IKEA Family. It's free and packed with rewards. So go grab your roommate and head to IKEA Oak Creek or shop online at ikea.us or the IKEA app.
We know the sound of a packed house, that feeling before the first serve, the roar after the first point. And we love what happens when Madison gets behind their teams. Hey, it's Mimi Collier, former Wisconsin Badger and newest addition to Love Madison, Wisconsin's professional volleyball team. Now is your chance to guarantee the best seats for every home game. Place a single $100 deposit to secure your 2027 membership and never miss a moment. Come be a part of Love Madison this season. Check out lovbmad.com to learn more.
Sets to none. 3rd-ranked Kentucky defeats number 6 Wisconsin tonight, 25-20, 26-24, and 25-18. Closest the Badgers got was in that 2nd set in extra points, but Kentucky comes out on top. And Jesse Nelson said in the first segment here of the post-game show, Wisconsin hadn't lost to Kentucky until last year, 2025. Before that, 1992, and now in the span of 8 months, it's a couple of wins by Kentucky. But this is a Badgers team with a bunch of new faces. Pete, what are some of your final thoughts as we wrap things up here from Fiserv?
I would just say that 2nd set was showing us what the Badgers are capable of. I mean, even the first set, they battled, were pretty close. 2nd set, they were right on the verge, but then after that, it was a bit of a unraveling, kind of a collapse. And that's what they have to learn to sustain. Just a lot of new faces on the court, and they're looking at each other and it's like, ooh, she's new. We've seen her during preseason, but, you know, they've got to get used to the serve-receive patterns, everything we talked about. Charlie's great in there. She'll do wonders and improve everybody, but she needs to get the ball more in the center of court where she can have options.
I think it's going to be interesting tomorrow who's going to play libero. Simon started. Bardero came in. Will we see more Grace Lopez on the right side? Grace Egan had 3 kills and 4 hitting errors tonight. Yeah. I mean, what is that change going to be? Yeah. And then at middle blocker, will Lenny Tarno then slide over and start after getting a bunch of playing time here tonight?
And I think that's how the first few weeks of the season are going to be, and that's how the Badgers staff looks at it anyhow. They don't know. They've got a lot of talented players. It's a matter of who plays really well under the bright lights, and literally here, you know, some of these players, especially as freshmen like Flanagan, I can't imagine she played in a facility like this before, ever. You know, and she held her own pretty well and in a lot of ways did some very good things. So they'll get used to it. They'll toughen up really fast.
All right, 6,700 fans here tonight at Fiserv Forum. We'll see how many come out tomorrow to watch the Badgers in Wisconsin's 2nd match here at the Jeep AVCA First Serve. The Badgers take on 7th-ranked Louisville, a team that's now 1-0 after a 4-set win over Texas A&M earlier today. So it's the Badgers and the Cardinals. Our pregame coverage starts at 2:30. First Serve is at 3:10. All right, keep it right here. We'll take a break, and when we come back, Jesse Nelson will handle the rest of the post-game show, including Kelly Sheffield's post-match press conference to get to as well. That's coming up next on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
Dealing with storm damage? That's never fun. That's why homeowners are turning to Everlight Solar for roofing and exterior repairs done right. They handle the entire process, from insurance claims to fixing your roof with one trusted team. Less stress, faster solutions, and a home that stays protected from the elements. If your roof took a hit, Everlight's got you covered. Visit everlightroofing.com to get started today. That's everlightroofing.com. Everlight, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
Looking for something fun to do this fall? Get your friends together and join MSCR on the courts. Jesse Nelson here. Madison School and Community Recreation's adult fall volleyball and basketball leagues are open for registration now. Men's, women's, and all gender leagues are forming with games starting in early October at gyms all around Madison. MSCR leagues are all about community, connection, and having a great time, no matter your skill level. Sign up today at mscrsportsleagues.org. That's mscrsportsleagues.org.
In volleyball, a great performance starts with being ready for anything. The same goes for your vehicle. At Conant Automotive in Stoughton, ASE certified technicians service all makes and models, from routine maintenance to brakes, diagnostics, engine repairs, and more. Plus, qualifying repairs are backed by a 36-month, 36,000-mile warranty. So, when your vehicle needs a little help getting back in the game, trust the team that's ready to serve. Conant Automotive in Stoughton. Visit ConantAuto.com.
My dad helps keep businesses and families safe.
Hi, this is Jeffrey Beckman, owner at J&K Security Solutions. And that's exactly what we've been doing for Madison and southern Wisconsin for over 40 years. From security cameras and intrusion alarms to fire protection, access control, and intelligent video monitoring, J&K delivers customized security solutions for homes and businesses.
Because feeling safe matters.
Learn more at jksecurity.com.
J&K Security Solutions. Local, trusted, and family-owned.
You're listening to Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball, presented by Steinhoffels, across ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by Hooper Corporation.
Post-match show continues on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. I'm Jesse Nelson in the Everlight Solar studio at ESPN Madison. Third-ranked Kentucky takes down sixth-ranked Wisconsin for the second time in about 8 months. Kentucky defeated Wisconsin in the National Semifinal, otherwise known as the Final Four in Kansas City back in December in 5 sets. Tonight it only took 3, 25-20 set 1, 26-24 extra points in set 2, and 25-18 in set 3. John and Pete ran through a bunch of the numbers if you're just joining us. Kentucky hit 380, Wisconsin hit 186. Kentucky had 8 errors hitting. Wisconsin had 21. Wisconsin had 9 service errors behind the line. Like, if you look at where the mistakes were tonight, I think it's pretty obvious. That's the good thing for a young team. Again, 11 new players, 9 of which are freshmen, and a lot of those freshmen saw some playing time here at Fiserv Forum tonight in the AVCA First Serve. There are clear errors that can be corrected, and you would expect that they'll get corrected as the season goes on. We actually saw this a couple of years ago. Wisconsin played at Fiserv Forum to open up the season. Texas and Stanford were the first 2 matches back in 2024. They lost them both at Fiserv Forum, but they did learn a lot about a young team. Charlie Furbringer was actually a young freshman setter on that team, and she kind of struggled in the early stages in those first couple of games at Fiserv Forum. And I think John and Pete brought up a great point as they continued on in the post-game show. When you have so many young players who have come from, whether they played in high school in California or from outside of the country or even here in Wisconsin, they haven't played in a venue the size of an NBA arena like Fiserv Forum or like the size of the arena they're going to play in Pittsburgh next week. That's where the Final Four is when you get to that stage later this season in the NCAA tournament. And there's a team 6th ranked coming into the season that you would think is a team that has the caliber to reach that stage. They did it last year. So getting the experience of learning what the depth perception is like by playing a real match against a high-quality opponent in this type of venue goes a long way for a young freshman player to develop the skills and to not be intimidated by the moment when it does come later on. So there is value to this, even though Wisconsin falls 3-0 against third-ranked Kentucky tonight. And we will see how they get to bounce back against number 7 Louisville, who defeated the reigning national champions, 8th-ranked Texas A&M, in the first match of the AVCA First Serve earlier today in 4 sets. So 6th-ranked Wisconsin, number 7 Louisville. We'll try it again tomorrow. Quick turnaround. It's a faster turnaround than you're used to having throughout the course of a season. Usually you get, if it's going to be back-to-backs, at least you get about 24 hours to reset. That is not going to be the case here with a national TV audience tuning in at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon on Fox. So we'll see how it all goes for Wisconsin. Quick turnaround as they get set for another tough challenge at Fiserv Forum in the Jeep AVCA First Serve tomorrow afternoon. We'll tell you more about tonight's contest, get to our top plays, and still hear from head coach Kelly Sheffield. That's all still to come. Post-match show continues on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
It takes a team to meet just about any goal, and that's as true on the football field as it is in the office. So it's good to know that you have the Gordon Flesch Company on your side. For more than 60 years, GFC has provided cutting-edge office technology for companies of all sizes, and as the nation's largest Canon dealer, GFC delivers the latest office technology, serviced, and is supported by the most experienced professionals in the industry. That's business technology managed. Visit gflesh.com to learn more.
At Hooper Service, your comfort is important. From keeping you cozy warm to comfy cool with the ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System. Plus, join our Home Comfort Priority Plan and keep your air conditioner and furnace running at peak performance year after year. Enjoy priority service and extra savings that really add up. Hooper is here with 24-hour heating, cooling, plumbing, and fire protection service for your home and business. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Hooper.
Remember when your favorite Pizza Hut classics came with prices like these? Good news, they're back. Introducing the Throwback Value Menu, featuring the new medium one-topping stuffed crust pizza for just $10, and other favorites starting at only $3. Plus, try the new Triple Cheese Mac, or satisfy your sweet tooth with new s'more sticks. Check out the full Throwback Value Menu at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. That's pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Molly Brown here, and if you need room for everything life throws your way, meet the 2026 Kia Carnival at Metro Kia of Madison. Right now, well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR financing for up to 48 months on a new 26 Carnival using Kia Finance. That's just $21.65 per month for every $1,000 financed for 48 months with no down payment required. Offer ends August 31st and is subject to credit approval, vehicle availability, and dealer participation. See Metro Kia for complete details.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
WTMJ in Milwaukee. Once again, Milwaukee's home of the Wisconsin Badgers. Listen to Wisconsin Badgers football, basketball, and of course volleyball all season long on Wisconsin's radio station, 620 WTMJ. Many games may also air on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee with select broadcasts streaming exclusively on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Very exciting Wisconsin football returning to 620 WTMJ on Sunday night, September 6th up at Lambeau Field. Labor Day weekend, Wisconsin and 4th-ranked Notre Dame to kick off the college football season. Hopefully that goes a little bit better for the Badgers than the opener for the college volleyball season went tonight. 6th-ranked Wisconsin blanked 3-0 by 3rd-ranked Kentucky, 25-20 in set 1, 26-24 in set 2 in extra points, and 25-18. Kentucky runs away with set number 3. It took 23 years for Kentucky to get a win over Wisconsin between 1992 and in the Final Four in December of 2025. And then in the span of 8 months, Kentucky has now defeated Wisconsin twice in that span. Of course, the Final Four in December and tonight in 3 sets at Fiserv Forum at the Jeep AVCA First Serve. Some bright spots for Wisconsin here. John, Pete, and Gary talk about this in the post-match show at Fiserv Forum. Charlie Furbringer, offensively, she would say it's not the best night that she's ever had, no doubt, but still 36 assists, 8 digs, 2 blocks. Not a bad night for the junior who is on the preseason AVCA Player of the Year watch list.
Charlie Furbringer along with Jayla August. August with 7 kills tonight. Not her finest offensive night either. Ava Travis actually led the way, the senior transfer, with 13 kills, led all players in the match, including for Kentucky as well. 2 freshmen then with the second and third most kills for Wisconsin tonight. Audrey Flanagan with 9 and Linny Tarno with 8. So the freshmen were heavily involved. We knew with 9 of them on the roster, 11 new players in total, 9 freshmen, there was going to be some involvement for the freshmen tonight. And that's why Kelly Sheffield wanted to play some of these matches early season in these showcases to get those freshmen acclimated on the big stage. Flanagan and Tarno certainly stepped up, and we'll see if they can continue in that trend tomorrow as well. Not a bad night for Grace Lopez. Grace Egan would probably say she should have had a better night. 4 digs, 2 aces from behind the service line, and 3 kills. We'll tell you more about that coming up here in just a moment. But again, the big story tonight, all the errors for Wisconsin. 21 errors on the attack, and then a few more behind the service line, 9 in total. So that's 30 errors in total between the attack and from behind the service line. 8 errors on the attack for Kentucky on the evening. Yeah, big difference. And that was the difference tonight. 3-0. Kentucky wins it. Turning point of the match came in set 2. Many of you tuning in may have been at Fiserv Forum on your way home. Now, did you see what happened here in the middle of set 2? So Wisconsin, this was the most competitive set of the night by far. Badgers had battled back. They got a lead early. Kentucky went up 15-14 at the timeout. This was the big turning point of the match. It was tied at 16. Molly Tuzzo had a pancake, which is when you put your hand flat on the ground, get the ball on top of it. So she had a pancake that was ruled good, and Kentucky got the point. Kelly Sheffield challenged it after a long wait and won the challenge. And then Kentucky was like, well, that took a really long time. I don't know if that was okay. So Wisconsin's up 17-16, but then Kentucky re-challenged the exact same play. Have you ever seen such a thing? John and Pete said no, they hadn't. Kentucky challenged the exact same play and said they thought a Badgers player was in the net, and it turns out Craig Skinner was right. There was a Wisconsin player in the net. So after back-to-back challenges on the same play, the original result is what stood. Kentucky got the point. They went up 17-16, and in a set that goes extra points, that game of chess between those two super experienced head coaches who go all the way back to their days at Ball State and Muncie, Indiana. That was the difference in set 2. Kentucky eventually wins it 26-24 after that battle of wits over the challenge at the late stages of that second set. Kentucky goes up 2-0, and then they run away with it in set 3 and sweep Wisconsin here on the opening night of the college volleyball season. Still to come, we'll get to our top plays of the evening and head coach Kelly Sheffield meeting with the media in Milwaukee following this match tonight. Stick around on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise. From our family to yours, roofing, windows, siding, gutters, and doors. Your solution-based company, community strong, and service that will please. Get a free estimate today. The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise.
As a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, Steinhoffels knows teamwork makes all the difference, especially at home. That's why Steinhoffels offers decorating solutions, its in-house design service. From simple recommendations to full room layouts and floor plans, their designers handle the details so you can make it your own. From first idea to final touch, Steinhoffels has you covered. Steinhoffels, born and bred in Wisconsin, just like the Badgers.
Some days feel like extra innings, vendor problems, cash flow crunches, curveballs you didn't see coming. Don't you want a banker that you can actually reach? Someone who's there for you when it matters. At Starian Bank, decisions are made right here in Wisconsin by someone who knows you. Starian Bank, built for the long game, built for Milwaukee baseball fans. Visit StarianBank.com to get started.
We know the sound of a packed house, that feeling before the first serve, the roar after the first point.
and we love what happens when Madison gets behind their teams. Hey, it's Mimi Collier, former Wisconsin Badger and newest addition to Love Madison, Wisconsin's professional volleyball team. Now is your chance to guarantee the best seats for every home game. Place a single $100 deposit to secure your 2027 membership and never miss a moment. Come be a part of Love Madison this season. Check out lovbmad.com to learn more.
You're listening to Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball, presented by Steinhoffels, across ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by Love Madison.
Sixth-ranked Wisconsin falls to number 3 Kentucky tonight in 3 sets at the Jeep AVCA First Serve at Fiserv Forum. Wisconsin volleyball fans, you can hear the insights from head coach Kelly Sheffield every week during the season. Don't miss the Kelly Sheffield Show, hosted by John Audius and the all-time winningest coach in Wisconsin volleyball history. New episodes premiere each week on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Wisconsin falls in 3 sets tonight in the first serve, the AVCA First Serve at Fiserv Forum. 25-20 in set 1, 26-24 set 2, and 25-18 in set number 3. Despite the disappointing result on the opening night of the college volleyball season, there were some bright spots for the Badgers. Let's get to our top plays of the night.
Number 3,
Charlie Furbringer to Jayla August. This is a combination that I think we're going to hear for quite some time this season.
Fourth kill for August. There's a serve from Egan, handled by the Cats. Guardy on the right side. Back over to Kentucky. How about the left? Back over and down. Blocked by Wisconsin. August and Furbringer team up to put up that Wisconsin wall.
6-5 Wisconsin at that point early in set 2, by far the most competitive of the sets tonight. Yeah, Jayla August, transfer from Florida. Charlie Furbringer's been with the program, now entering her 3rd season. She was a key contributor as a true freshman, and we will see if they continue to team up and be one of the best combinations in the country this season. That is top play number 3. What could be next?
Number 2.
How about your first play ever in college volleyball being the best potential result if you're a serving specialist?
Down the sideline, off the platform with Big Pin. She comes in and gets her first career ace.
How impressive is that? You're sitting for an hour and a half after the match started. You haven't done a thing. You get out there and you get an ace.
Isabel Hoppe, the freshman, comes in off the bench to serve in set number 3. And yes, it did get away from Wisconsin as the set continued. But what a moment for Isabel Hoppe in front of more than 6,000 fans at Fiserv Forum. Coming in off the bench, cold after 90 minutes, like Pete said. And on her first career serve, getting her first career ace. Nicely done for the true freshman, Isabel Hoppe. That leaves 1 play to go.
Number 1.
The newcomers, a transfer senior and a freshman combining to give Wisconsin its largest lead of the night.
Quick set to Tarno. Soft push. Kentucky slaps it back. Diving dig by Flanagan. Great defensive effort. There's Travis tooling the block. And it started with that defense from Audrey Flanagan. And then Ava Travis gets her 6th kill. And the Badgers lead by 3.
Flanagan and Travis. Those are a couple of names that Wisconsin volleyball fans are going to want to get to know. Freshman Audrey Flanagan from California and the transfer Ava Travis. Last year she played at UC Santa Barbara. A couple of Californians getting in the mix to come away with that point and give Wisconsin a 3-point lead in set 2. Of course, Kentucky did mount the comeback and ultimately prevailed, sweeping Wisconsin in 3. Those are your top plays of the night. We'll do that after each and every match, as long as we have the post-match show all season long here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. Still to come, we'll hear from head coach Kelly Sheffield following the loss to Kentucky, and we'll get you set for Wisconsin and Louisville. Quick turnaround tomorrow afternoon at Fiserv Forum. That's coming up on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
Looking for something fun to do this fall? Get your friends together and join MSCR on the courts. Jesse Nelson here. Madison School and Community Recreation's adult fall volleyball and basketball leagues are open for registration now. Men's, women's, and all gender leagues are forming with games starting in early October at gyms all around Madison. MSCR leagues are all about community, connection, and having a great time, no matter your skill level. Sign up today at mscrsportsleagues.org. That's mscrsportsleagues.org.
In volleyball, a great performance starts with being ready for anything. The same goes for your vehicle. At Conant Automotive in Stoughton, ASE certified technicians service all makes and models, from routine maintenance to brakes, diagnostics, engine repairs, and more. Plus, qualifying repairs are backed by a 36-month, 36,000-mile warranty. So, when your vehicle needs a little help getting back in the game, trust the team that's ready to serve. Conant Automotive in Stoughton. Visit ConantAuto.com.
A strong team makes all the difference, and Everlight Solar just expanded theirs. Everlight Solar now offers roofing and exterior services for homeowners dealing with storm damage. From the first call to the final repair, Everlight quickly handles everything under one roof. When your roof takes a hit, you've got a team behind you. Start today at everlightroofing.com. That's everlightroofing.com. Everlight, powering through any storm. A proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
Hi, I'm John Hayes of Goodman's Jewelers. It's hard to imagine, but Goodman's has been the diamond store of Madison since 1933, which means your parents, maybe even your grandparents might have shopped with us. We maintain the same high standards, honesty, and integrity that kept them coming back time and again. Keep their history and our history alive. Shop Goodman's Jewelers today in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. We're online at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
Wisconsin falls in 3 sets to the Kentucky Wildcats, the third-ranked team in the country that finished as the national runners-up a season ago. They fell to the national champion Texas A&M Aggies. It was an all-SEC national championship match last year. A&M defeating Kentucky. Wisconsin falls tonight 3-0, 25-20 set 1, 26-24 in set 2, and 25-18 in set number 3. Coming up tomorrow at the AVCA First Serve at Fiserv Forum, Wisconsin gets the opener tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock. First Serve. Pregame coverage starts at 2:30 here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. 7th-ranked Louisville and 6th-ranked Wisconsin. Again, our pregame coverage starts at 2:30. First Serve just after 3 o'clock. It is nationally televised on Fox. Of course, you can listen to it here on the network flagship, 100.5 ESPN Madison, also on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee and 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, along with the ESPN Wisconsin app. Our recommendation, you can also watch John and Pete on the announcer cam on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. My recommendation, I'll mention this a couple of times here, especially early in the season, put the game on TV. If you can't get to it, put the game on TV because we want to have eyes on it. You got to get to know some of these new players for Wisconsin this year. There's 11 of them. So you can watch the match, but then turn the volume down, pull up the announcer cam on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, and listen to John and Pete with the home Badgers broadcast calling the match. You can sync it up even with your YouTube on your phone for that second screen experience, so you're listening to John and Pete at the exact time that the match is happening right in front of you on your television. So I recommend, if you get a chance to do that tomorrow, many Badgers fans I'm sure will be tuned in for another big one. If you're not going to be at Fiserv Forum in downtown Milwaukee, 7th-ranked Louisville, 6th-ranked Wisconsin. Join us on announcer cam on YouTube or on the ESPN Wisconsin app, and then put the game on TV with the volume down so you can consume the game the best way possible. It's my recommendation for you tomorrow afternoon. The nightcap tomorrow following 7th-ranked Louisville and number 6 Wisconsin is 12th-ranked Arizona State and number 2 Texas. Remember, Texas fell in Austin in the Elite 8 last year at the hands of the Wisconsin Badgers. Down goes Texas, said John Audius. Texas and Arizona State, 6 o'clock tomorrow night, scheduled First Serve at Fiserv Forum as part of this weekend-long showcase. It does continue, even though Wisconsin's done after tomorrow, it continues throughout the weekend. Noon Central Time on Sunday, Texas A&M is back against 11th-ranked SMU and number 4 Pittsburgh. takes on number 3 Kentucky. That might be one of the best games of the entire weekend, 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, and those are both nationally televised. ESPN2 for the early one, ESPN for the Pittsburgh Kentucky match, 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. Then a couple on Monday to round out the weekend. Number 4 Pittsburgh back again. They'll face Xavier at 5 o'clock on Monday, and then the Marquette fans get to have their moment at Fiserv Forum. Marquette will play number 2 Texas, 7 o'clock on Monday evening to round out the opening weekend of the college volleyball season at the Jeep AVCA First Serve at Fiserv Forum. If you're a fan of sports in general, this is the place you're going to want to be for at least 2 of the matches this weekend. If you didn't get down there tonight, come out tomorrow afternoon. Big pep rally for Wisconsin fans beforehand. Get on into Fiserv Forum, 3 o'clock First Serve. You know exactly when this thing is going to start tomorrow. Don't have to worry about the length of the first game getting in the way. And then Wisconsin, Louisville, and if you stick around, Arizona State, Texas, going to be a heck of a match tomorrow night as well. Great day and a great showcase for the sport to grow the game here in the state of Wisconsin and in downtown Milwaukee, Arizona State, Texas, following Louisville, Wisconsin tomorrow at Fiserv Forum. Coming up next, I think we're going to hear from Kelly Sheffield. We're having some issues with his post-match press conference coming through, but it looks like we're going to be good to go. So we'll hear from the head coach, see what he had to say following Wisconsin's loss in 3 sets to third-ranked Kentucky. We'll get to that coming up on the other side of this break to close out the night on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
Hey Madison IKEA fans, great news! IKEA is closer than ever now with 2 Madison pickup points at the University Bookstore on State Street and the Beltline. Order your favorite IKEA products online and pick them up as soon as the next day absolutely free for IKEA family members. That's right, no shipping fees or waiting for deliveries, just the IKEA style you love, ready when you are. Start shopping smarter today at IKEA.us or on the IKEA app and choose the University Bookstore, State Street, or Beltline pickup points. Don't forget to sign up for IKEA Family. It's free to join and gives you access to great deals, rewards, and free Madison pickup.
It takes a team to meet just about any goal, and that's as true on the football field as it is in the office. So it's good to know that you have the Gordon Flesh Company on your side. For more than 60 years, GFC has provided cutting-edge office technology for companies of all sizes, and as the nation's largest Canon dealer, GFC delivers the latest office technology, serviced, and is supported by the most experienced professionals in the industry. That's business technology managed. Visit gflesh.com to learn more.
Remember when your favorite Pizza Hut classics came with prices like these? Good news, they're back. Introducing the Throwback Value Menu, featuring the new medium one-topping stuffed crust pizza for just $10, and other favorites starting at only $3. Plus, try the new Triple Cheese Mac, or satisfy your sweet tooth with new s'more sticks. Check out the full Throwback Value Menu at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. That's pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Molly Brown here, and if you need room for everything life throws your way, meet the 2026 Kia Carnival at Metro Kia of Madison. Right now, well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR financing for up to 48 months on a new 26 Carnival using Kia Finance. That's just $21.65 per month for every $1,000 financed for 48 months with no down payment required. Offer ends August 31st and is subject to credit approval, vehicle availability, and dealer participation. See Metro Kia for complete details.
You're listening to Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball, presented by Steinhoffels, across ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by the Gordon Flesh Company.
Sixth-ranked Wisconsin falls to number 3 Kentucky on the opening night of the college volleyball season. The Jeep AVCA First Serve at Fiserv Forum. 25-20 set 1, 26-24 set 2 in extra points, and 25-18 in the third and final set. Wisconsin 0-1 to begin the season. Quick turnaround against 7th-ranked Louisville, who defeated the reigning national champion, 8th-ranked Texas A&M Aggies earlier tonight. They'll face each other tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock First Serve at Fiserv Forum. Pre-game coverage starts at 2:30. Here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. I'm Jesse Nelson in the Everlight Solar Studio at ESPN Madison. Get a quick check of the Steinhoffels Ace Tracker tonight. After one match, relax. It's Steinhoffels 4 aces for Wisconsin from behind the service line. Not quite as good as the 14 they had against Butler in the exhibition match last week, but Kentucky only had 2, so there were some glimpses of some good stuff going on behind the service line. There were a lot of errors as well, but Grace Egan, your team leader after one match with 2 aces to her name. Grace Lopez with 1, and as we mentioned in our top plays, Isabel Hoppe, true freshman, first career serve. She's able to deliver an ace against third-ranked Kentucky. What a moment for Isabel Hoppe at Fiserv Forum. 4 aces for Wisconsin tonight. And a reminder that we will be watching the Steinhafels Ace Tracker all season long here on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. The Steinhafels Ace Tracker. Relax. It's Steinhafels. Let's go back to Fiserv Forum, where head coach Kelly Sheffield had a chance to catch up with members of the media, along with a couple of players from the Wisconsin team as well, following tonight's 3-set loss to third-ranked Kentucky.
Conference started. We've got Coach Kelly Sheffield, 2 of his players. Coach, please make an opening statement, and we'll open it up for questions.
You're not. You look at the box score right away, and I think the thing that jumps out at you is Kentucky only 8 hitting errors. I mean, that is really clean. First match of the season, we had almost triple as many attack errors is what they did. So those are things that you learn. You learn when you get that size of block in front of you and that type of defense, and you can get stressed a little bit. And I felt like that was kind of what they did. They kind of wore us down with their defense of how well they coordinate up at the net and the backcourt, and that's why you love. That's why you love playing these kinds of matches, is because you don't get a feel for that by playing a team with a bunch of mighty mites up there. And so we've got to take better swings. We'll learn from that match and move on. We've got to flush this pretty quick because there's a pretty quick turnaround.
Here at the back.
Hey, Coach, Kyle, Sports Report. Never fun after a win, but talk about your fans and what they did and came down here and supported you.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we expect out of them. I mean, we've got a great fan base and love them, and I'm sure they'll be right back here tomorrow. They'll be with this team all year long. I mean, they've seen Badger teams over the years improve and get better and learn and get resilience and all those things. So, I mean, nobody likes getting their tails kicked. But there was a lot of positives to be taken from that match, and there was a lot of things to learn and grow from. So we're obviously appreciative of our fan base.
Thanks, Coach.
For Charlie to be held under 200 in terms of hitting percentage as a team, what was kind of the biggest thing that Kentucky was doing to kind of keep you guys offensively out of sorts?
I think they're making really great reads on defense, like getting in the seams, making really great defensive moves, and then also just a ton of hitting errors on our part. So it was kind of both ways, but I feel like mainly us taking care of what we can. But yeah, they made some great defensive plays for sure.
Right here on the end.
Kelly, how much of their hitting percentage do you attribute to your defense, or you have issues with how you were playing defensively?
Yeah, we were really relying on our backcourt. I thought our block was pretty much non-existent. Part of that is, it's the first time in a long time that the other side of the net has had more size than us, and there were some times, I mean, they had a couple players that were just going right over the top of our block. But our block, we know that we've got to get better. We've got to develop a blocking mentality at the net, and I would say that's still a work in progress right now.
Jayla, kind of along those lines, what's the key for this team to have more of that blocking mentality?
I mean, I just think that, we work on it a lot in practice, but I just think that coming right out of the gates into a team like that and then reading a really good setter like that, it's going to be hard, but I feel like we can definitely get there. That's all I have.
Right here.
Kelly, again, you tried a variety of combinations outside and the middle, and flip your liberos. Just your read on those positions and what you saw in various competitions.
I think that's one of the things that I could see us doing for a while. As we're learning our team, I think there can also be some advantages of that at some point where, it can be tougher on our opponent. I'm not sure that we played a very veteran team. We, on our side of the net, there were 7 people that played tonight. It's the first time in a Badger jersey playing. That's a well-oiled machine tonight, and we'll learn and get better, and hopefully get another opportunity somewhere down the line.
Over here.
Yeah.
Kelly, you talked about 7 players, but the first time we're in Badger
Yeah.
uniform now. A couple of them freshmen, obviously, seeing a lot of time on the court with Audrey and Lenny. Just how would you assess their official debuts?
I was really proud of them. I thought they didn't flinch. That's one of the things. Like Lenny came in there, you could just tell there was kind of a tenacity about her, and she came over and said, "Hey, congrats! You just got your first career kill as a Badger." And she's like, "I know." She's just so excited, and so there's Hoppy came in and put in some really, really good serves. That was her first collegiate match. I thought Audrey, that was carrying a big load, and there was quite a few attack errors, and that she's going to learn where to put balls. But the last real match that she played was probably a high school match. So just they're not Kentucky. And but she put some really, really good swings in. Just the hitting percentage has got to get up a little bit. Ava, it's a step up in class from the competition that she has been playing. And so, there isn't a single person in this locker room that is down. They're ticked off that they lost a match. I can promise you that. But there isn't a single one of them that are down or anything. It's you learn, you grind, you pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get right back at it. And we've got another elite team tomorrow afternoon that we got to get ready for. And I think I can promise you this: the people that are in that locker room that chose to come here, and they know what the schedule is, and they're going to try to get a good night's sleep and be ready to get into another slugfest tomorrow.
Kelly, it seems like you guys are able to set up Jayla on quite a few slides there. Is that something that you see as maybe part of the formula for success for this team offensively?
Setting her? Yeah.
Jayla on the slide.
Yeah. That's I appreciate the underhanded softball that you just threw at me. I mean, everybody just saw it. She can get on the ball fast. It's really hard. She destroys the cover off the ball. She gets up there. She's athletic. It just, I mean, it's going to take a really, really special blocker to be able to slow her down, and we've got to get her the ball a little bit more. That isn't me saying anything to Char. It's a team effort. It's hard to get her the ball when the ball's 20 feet off the net. So it's kind of a team effort. But I need her to demand the ball more. All right.
I'll agree with that.
Any other questions?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Head coach Kelly Sheffield at the podium following tonight's match. Wisconsin loses in 3 sets. I actually really liked what he said. It's a young team. It's a talented team, but they're learning how to play together. They're learning how to play on this stage. And even like Ava Travis, a great transfer player. We saw the skill that she has. She led the team with 13 kills tonight, but she's not used to playing the kind of competition that Wisconsin's going to be seeing here out of the gates with 4 top 10 opponents before the end of August, including tomorrow afternoon against 7th-ranked Louisville. It's not that the team is going to be down by losing this match tonight. They're going to be ticked off, the exact wording that Kelly Sheffield used, and hopefully they come out fast and ferocious tomorrow and fare a little better against the Louisville Cardinals. Louisville took down the defending national champion Texas A&M Aggies earlier tonight at Fiserv Forum in the first match officially of the college volleyball season at the AVCA First Serve in Milwaukee. We're back at it tomorrow, 2:30. Pre-match show starts 3:10, the official start time for First Serve at Fiserv Forum at the AVCA First Serve. John Audius and the Hall of Famer Pete Waite will have the call. I'll be back here as well. Hopefully it's a better tomorrow for the Wisconsin Badgers volleyball team. A tough start to 2026. 6th-ranked Wisconsin falls in 3 sets to 3rd-ranked Kentucky, the team that defeated them in the Final Four last season. Thanks so much for coming along. Thanks to our audio producer, Ryan Wollersheim, here in the Everlight Solar studio at ESPN Madison. For John Audius and the Hall of Famer Pete Waite, I'm Jesse Nelson. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll do it again tomorrow on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
At Hooper Service, your comfort is important. From keeping you cozy warm to comfy cool with the ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System. Plus, join our home comfort